Hi, Jules. Hi, Jules. We just hit live.
Howdy.
How you doing? Good, good.
Excellent. Where's everybody?
I don't know. I sent out the links and everything and whatnot.
Gotcha. So I'm trying to see where it's showing on my laptop that you went live.
Oh, it just went live.
Pull up the chat.
Oh, we got Kathy right on. Glad Kathy made it this evening. Awesome,
Right.
awesome.
Right.
We got some great news for the Malarkey report tonight, guys. We're revamping big time, guys. It's gonna be fucking awesome. We have some new additions. Hopefully 3 new additions in total, but one for sure that's no one's ever gonna see because we've got a mystery reporter now. Hell yes. We have the potential for a sponsor, but I have to change a few things. So this is what the announcement's going to be about today is the changes that are coming to the Malarkey report. And this mystery reporter is going to supply us with 2 topics a show to research and learn about with the panel and the audience and stuff like that. So it's going to be quite interesting. And hopefully by the end of the year, you guys can figure out who this mystery reporter is by trying to correlate the things we research. So it's going to be quite interesting. That's not the total announcement and everything. I'm going to wait for things to stack up and whatnot. And we'll get into it. Hello to the 4 people watching. We got What the Fuck Mike in the house, right on. Thank you for joining. We got Lone Star in the house, right on. So I've been very excited, and it's part of the reason why we haven't been doing Malarkey reports, because I've been putting this together, and with all the shit we've been going through and everything as a crew in total, both on YouTube and outside of YouTube, it was just a good time to like slow down with it for a second anyways. So next week we're starting back up, and if it goes good under that platform, we'll probably go back to once a week, hopefully. You know, those who want to stay are welcome to stay. Those who don't want to because of the change, that's fine too. I got no hard feelings against anybody or anything like that if they don't want to stay. But hopefully people stay, and you know, I think it's going to be a good thing. But there's got to be some changes made with the show, probably with my channel as a whole. I could say this, I'll probably only be doing one more grow show as far as marijuana is concerned. There probably won't be happening on this channel anymore. So there's going to be some big changes, but those changes are around a sponsor. So I just got to kind of make the show for everybody. You know what I mean? If I can say it like that, even those who don't support marijuana. Hello, Ace. Well, thank you. Big time. Right on. I sent out a bunch of links. Hopefully people join. So how is Kathy and Jules doing?
Quiet.
Yeah.
I just woke up, so I'm all ready to go.
Yeah, I had a nap earlier too. I was up all night last night, but I was talking with some people pretty much all day about what's happening today. And yeah, hopefully it turns out good and positive. It's not huge changes or anything. It's just like 1 or 2 changes, like one for the channel, one for the show. But Those changes will bring new
We can get
things.
ready for let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, you
This-
could say though that, when you started this, that there would probably be changes down the road.
Yeah.
No
So it's
fairness,
not like,
yes.
It's still going to be the Malarkey report. It's still going to be Malarkey. People are not going to have to bust their balls or anything. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying we need to change a few things, and I need
because
to
I don't
get,
have no balls.
well, yeah, I need to get some of my shit together too about it, and it's with my channel too, and like it's just been a couple weeks of a conglomerate of people coming to me about things, and while talking with all of them and seeing multiple points of views from different angles, I decided to do this. They had nothing to do with this decision. It was just the fact that what they were saying was right, and I needed to take that advice from these people that I've known for fucking 10 years on here. I just needed to take this advice and correlate it with what I feel I should do. And that's what we're doing. And if, like I said, if people don't like the changes and don't want to stay, that's fine. I'm not trying to force anything on people, right? People love the changes. That's awesome, man. That's what it's all about. It's about making the show better and making the show for everybody, right? So it's like the main goal right now. You know what I mean? It's like not even going to be some huge changes.
It
Oh,
is
I
your,
need to connect.
it is your channel. You have every right to do what you want.
Yep.
Well, I just don't want like people to get butt hurt or anything like that. That's been my biggest
You're not
fear
gonna please everybody.
about.
I don't know all the changes. I
Right
don't
on,
know.
Jerk. You got a link if you want to come up. We'll get a few more people, and then I was hoping Jimmy would be up here tonight, but I sent him a link too. We got 8 people watching. Right on, right on. Thank you, everybody. You guys rock big time.
My wall didn't come down today.
No, it didn't come down. Oh, shit.
No, they got to do it Wednesday. My brother couldn't come to town to do it. Something about his garage door.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to paint his garage door before he came to, because he lives out of town, probably about 45 minutes away. So he'd been wanting to paint his garage door. So he decided to paint his garage door instead. So he could come
Hello,
over
Miss.
here and do what he got to do here, and then everything would get done that way.
Yeah, I hear you, Kathy. That was an awesome conversation we had this morning. I enjoyed myself. Next
Yeah.
thing you know, it was like 11:30 or something. I'm like, what the fuck? Everybody say happy birthday to Captain Jerk. It was his birthday last year. So big announcements today, Jerk. I hope you've given more thought into what's been talked about. I'm not sure if they came and talked to you after they've talked to me, but new
Hi,
additions.
Captain, my captain.
Hey, Kathy.
I'm
New,
sorry,
new
Jules.
additions coming to the
Hello.
Malarkey report, and I'm really hoping Jerk is one of them. As I've said before, guys, we now have a mystery reporter for the Malarkey report. If Jerk would like to join us and be a new addition once every 2 weeks right now under this platform, it would be awesome because the idea. No, you didn't miss anything, Hot Rod. Happy birthday, by the way.
Happy birthday, Hot Rod.
The idea is this mystery reporter is going to give us 2 topics a show for Captain Jerk and I to research and learn about with the panel and the people in chat. Okay? No one is ever going to meet this mystery reporter. This mystery reporter, you guys are going to have to, by the end of the year on New Year's, you have till then to try and figure them out through the stuff that they're giving us to research on the stream. Okay, it could be anything, but hopefully by the end of the year, people figure out who this person is, and that'll be awesome. Hello, gamer. Thanks for joining.
Hey, gamer. How you doing?
Right on, right on. Gamer, if you would like a link, I could hook you up with a link. Hello, Doris. Thank you for joining.
Hello, hello.
As I've been saying, there's some big changes. Well, not big changes. I keep saying it like that, but there's some changes coming to my channel and the Malarkey Report, and also hopefully some new additions. I'm hoping to have a special someone who I'm gonna not name yet because it's not solidified. I'm hoping to have them do commercials for the
You making Jello?
Malarkey Report. It'll most likely be McDonald's commercials because they frequent that place a lot, but it'll be quite fun. So hopefully next week we can start this, and I'm just waiting for Jimmy to come here so I can. Is Jimmy coming at all, Doris? I sent him the link.
I don't know. I could go ask him.
Yeah, go ask him. If not, you can pass it on to him. That'll be fine
All right.
too.
So hi, Christy. And WTF Mike and Long Star. Lone Dar. What the fuck is that guy's name?
Lone Dick.
Long Duck Dong.
Lone
Long
Dick.
Dart victim? What?
Oh, is Lone Dick here?
Yeah, he's here. He
Oh.
was here. He's got a link too. I think I sent it to him.
Can you imagine that fucking guy with a freaking jart sticking out of his forehead?
So under this platform, some of the old stuff is still going to be pertaining to. It's just I need to change some with what I'm doing, and I need to cut marijuana out, guys.
Are you gonna wait until Doris comes back so she can hear
Oh
it?
yeah, sorry, my bad. But
I'm sorry, I didn't. I just
Yeah.
know that you were.
what I'm saying is
What are you
we
talking
are going to hear the outcome of the Area 51 raid. We'll hear the end result of that. We still have a YouTube weather reporter.
Wait a minute.
Lone Star, I've been begging him to come and, do sports. I love Doris's wrestling updates and stuff as well here. That's it's awesome. I love it all. I do like the Bong report too.
Hey, Lone Dart, how you doing?
Lon Dart.
Welcome back. I'm just gonna start calling him Lone Dart.
Lon Dart, yeah.
He's got so many names.
So as far as the Grow Show goes on my channel, I have one more episode that I've been editing, which is the harvest and the final outcome. And I think that's going to be the end of the Grow Show. I'm not going to be doing,
Why?
because of like I could have a sponsor for the channel for like the Malarkey report and the channel, but it's got to be for fucking everybody. You know what I mean? The show's got to be for everybody. It's got to be for people that don't support marijuana too, right? It's like, I'm not saying I'm opening the door, but some shit's got to change, and this is probably the best way to do it, if I could say it like that. So,
Are you trying to say your sponsor would probably not sponsor you if that's what is?
no, I'm saying they will not sponsor me because
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They won't sponsor me with the Grow Show and the marijuana stuff.
He said, yeah, he'll be up in a few minutes.
Okay. So that's one thing. And there's a few other things too, but that's just beside the point. But I just want to focus on turning the show, like, what I'm talking about, jerk. I've sat here all day yesterday with a bunch of people in a private chat talking about this, but it's been conglomerate of people coming to me about certain things and other things and ideas, and you know what I mean? So these are respectable people that I've known just as long as you, and I respect their opinion, and I really love their input. And yeah, man, you know what I mean? I think this is going to be a good step. You know, it's a good step forward in my opinion. And as Kathy said when I first started this too, I did mention there's probably going to be some changes in the future too, right? Because I wanted it to evolve from the minuscule amounts of the bottom and up. You know what I mean? So there's obviously going to be changes, but just not big changes. Like it's not going to be like detrimental to anybody. That's up to them. If people don't want to stay because of changes or whatever, that's fine. I'm not going to be upset about that or anything. You know what I mean? Like that's up to them, you know, but I'm hoping nobody is upset about changes. That's just all I have to say.
Sometimes change can be good.
Yeah. And this is a change for the good too, right? It's not like nothing personal with anybody or anything. It's just, I've got to change a few things about my channel and what I'm doing on there and certain things that I've been allowing to happen and I can't allow to happen anymore. So it's, yeah, but I'm looking forward to the mystery reporting stuff. I'm telling you, man. That dude's real good, dude.
I
And
say
can't
it's going to
wait
be Tickle Me Elmo. Tickles.
I like popsicles. Look what I can do. Great jerk. But no, I'm interested to see the topics they give us and stuff. I'm interested to see the commercials and shit too. And I'm really hoping I can solidify Jerk as an addition to research these topics with me on the panel and learn about them together with the panel and the audience. You know what I mean? So that's going to be good. I think it's going to be freaking awesome. But they said they were going to come talk to you about that anyway. So
Nobody talked to me about shit.
well, yeah, they probably haven't had time yet to. But they will. You know they will.
That's all right though. Most people don't talk to me about any damn thing.
Hello, Joseph Grohl. Thank you for joining.
Joseph,
Hey Joseph, happy late birthday, sucker. Because I know your birthday was a few days ago.
yeah,
Gonna say woo.
Well, his birthday was a few days ago for real.
yeah, it was the 10th Friday.
Oh shit! Happy birthday, man.
And here I am with no money to buy anybody a birthday card.
Ah, fuck, man. You don't need that.
No,
What's a birthday card?
I say, but birthday cards are a waste of time anymore.
I have a friend that actually wants me to send him a birthday card up in Canada, and I'm gonna.
Well, I think that right there is fine. But like, say my family, don't get me birthday cards because then I got to save them because I hate to throw them away. And then I got to put them in, save them. And then when I kick the
saved them for
bucket, they're
about-
going to throw them away anyway.
Yeah.
I save birthday cards and Christmas cards and things like
Yep.
that for about 2 weeks, and then they go right in the freaking
Oh,
recycle.
no.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. My daughter said one year, "Don't worry about the cards, Dad. They were 10 other birthday cards before they became this one anyway, so it's not a big deal." I was
That's
like,
the
"Whoa,
truth.
kid, right on."
The absolute truth, bud. You know it. No,
After that, I pretty much stopped putting cards on gifts.
that's why I don't buy the paper anymore. I used to love reading the paper. Some of the articles were fucking jackwagon bullshit, but like I used to love the crossword and the freaking all the little puzzles and stuff in there, and freaking like
Mhm.
Like little
reading
word
the
find?
dictionaries and see if anybody I know that I don't like freaking died. Normal reasons that people love the paper.
Right.
I love the funnies and stuff.
When
I
Dear
love the
Abby, and where Dear Abby used to be in there.
but it's ridiculous to freaking have it just freaking like stack up.
George, hello.
just ridiculous. So I
We don't
Shit,
have,
George
we don't
Kimball
have
in
a
the house.
newspaper anymore.
Yeah.
Our newspaper went out of our town.
In here.
long ago though, I freaking stopped getting
You
it.
could go online, we
Backed
could go
up.
online and read our newspaper if we wanted.
And being a homeless guy, it wasn't conducive to my lifestyle, you know. What am I gonna freaking do? Take my newspaper collection on my back?
Pretty heavy. There's Jimmy. Yeah, I didn't want to mention this final change until Jimmy was here.
This meeting is being broadcast live.
Oh, did you know?
Uh-huh.
So now that Jimmy's here, we can mention this last thing that I'm changing with the Malarkey report because, like I
Well,
said,
Hold on. Oh, there it is. Okay, now.
I'm stopping with the Grow Show after this last episode. There's not going to be any more marijuana on my show. So Jimmy, we're going to have to not do the bond report anymore.
Mhm.
And I'm interested to see what else you come up with. But we have the potential for sponsorship for the show if I can make the show for the general public, so to speak, if I could say it like that.
Uh-huh.
And if I could get the sponsorship for the show, then I can get sponsorships for the channel. So I'm cutting the marijuana part out completely, and I'm not trying to upset you, and it's not a personal
No,
attack
it's-
against you or
Hey,
anything like
it's what
that.
you got to do. It's what you got to do.
Yeah, and I appreciate you seeing it like that because that announcement was the one that worried me. I was worried you were going
Yeah,
to be a
hey,
little
man.
upset, but
You know me, I just manned up to get you rolling, man.
yeah, well,
You know? It's the
It's-
first
it's
thing
a
that
team
popped into
effort.
my head. I went with it.
yeah,
You don't
man,
wanna go
and
that
I
route?
appreciate it too.
You know? It is what it is, dude.
We need to just the show's going to be for everybody, right? We're going to
Yeah.
push forward
Well,
that way.
Hey, it ain't like I've been doing anything with it anyway, so you know.
Well,
What?
nobody's been doing anything recently because I put it on hiatus, number
Well.
one. But this is something that I've been working on, okay? Like, not only
Uh-huh.
did I've asked people from outside that don't even fucking do YouTube to watch my Malarkey reports and tell me what they think of them and what I should change. Okay,
Mhm.
that was one thing. But
Yeah.
not only did that happen, I had a conglomerate of other people come to me about a few things
Uh-huh.
that I should change or maybe add or didn't have to, but I
Yeah.
respect these people. I've known them
Yeah.
for as long as I've known Jerk, which is 10 years, 10
Yeah.
or 11 years, Jerk, maybe, like a
Uh-huh.
long time on YouTube. We've been,
Yeah.
conversating back and forth on YouTube, right?
Right.
Even if it was just in chat. So I
Mhm.
respect these people, and it's not they were telling me to do this. It's just things they noticed and brought up, and
Yeah.
so I decided to revamp the Malarkey report, and we're going to take it to the next level. Okay,
Oh,
it's we got a mystery reporter now. Jerk
Oh,
still
yeah.
hasn't given me his final answer yet, but I'm hoping he's going to be my co-host for a few segments, and he's going to help me research 2 topics a show that this mystery reporter sends us to research with the
Ooh.
panel and learn about
Ooh.
as well with the audience, right? So
Very
we're going
interesting.
yes. There's also talks about commercials by review coming to the channel as well by a special guest. So yeah, it's going to be, I'm hoping we can start either next week or the week after with the seriousness of it. I'm hoping, again, like I said before, there's still going to be, Doris doing her wrestling thing, and everyone's still going to be doing their thing. It's still going to have that spectrum. It's still going to be the Malarkey. I'm not saying people got to professionally bust their fucking nuts off, so to speak. Okay. It's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we're taking it to the next level. We're going to make it for fucking everybody, and we're going to bring as many people around as we can, as possible. right? Because
Mhm.
it's not just about me. Like, look, we got 5 people in total other than me up here, right? My hopes is that these people go to your channels as well. They go to the people's channels in chat. I'm hoping it,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
that's
how
what
it
I'm
all,
all. That's what it's all about, right?
that's
So
how YouTube works. Yeah.
I
dude,
know. So let's
we
use
all
it
know that.
properly. You
You
know
know.
what I mean? Let's include everybody, bring everyone here, and you know what I mean? I think it's gonna be fucking great. About the mystery reporter. By
I'm
the end,
idiot.
we got till New Year's to figure out who this guy is or girl. Okay. But hopefully, through the correlation of the topics they give us to research, by the end of the year, someone will win a prize on New Year's if they get the right guess on who the mystery reporter is.
Mm-hmm.
You
Here we
see,
go.
this is some things that have been being talked about for a little bit now. So
There
I'm
you go.
just, I've been fucking excited.
All
And
right.
then all this fucking drama started. So I was like, okay, I gotta just,
Whatever do you mean, Jet Wash?
I just said I had to slow
drama?
down the fucking
What drama?
Malarkey report. Well, with the, people
What?
passing
Huh?
away and,
Ooh.
everyone was just
Huh?
going through a lot.
Huh?
You know what I
What?
mean? On YouTube is what I'm saying. So
Mhm.
I just felt that was just the perfect time to say, okay, we're going to
Uh-huh.
put the Malarkey report on hiatus and just have
Uh-huh.
normal streams and yada, yada,
Okay.
yada for now. Okay. Because I was already putting something together. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
All right. Oh, well. So we got to say the end of this. No more of this.
Well, you
And
want to have a fucking
no more of this.
background or whatever. I'm just saying we
No more
can't,
of this.
we won't, like, I probably wouldn't even hit the bong on stream anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to even be doing the grow show anymore. I'm stopping that completely. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to take it to the next level. You know, and I have a platform in front of me that I see in total.
Hi,
And I'm
Vanessa.
trying to fill that platform. So
I'll give you.
Hang on, gorgeous.
like nothing wrong with your background or anything. Nothing wrong with that shit.
You a clue. I'm gonna give you a clue as to where this is going.
Oh shit.
It's Jimmy's dream scoot.
Vanessa rules. How are you doing, Vanessa?
What's up, Vanessa?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. My phone went ding, and I was like one eye open.
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
Face.
It's not a big deal. You don't.
Final
Sorry,
frontier.
Stu. I do apologize.
It's okay.
Yeah.
These are the voyages of the Star Trek Scooter Prize.
Hey, Doris. Look at my
Hello.
face.
That looks good there
You
now,
see it?
doesn't it? Uh-huh.
Yes.
Good. Keep looking at it, Sean.
Hey.
Hey, Anomaly. Hey, George. How you doing, Fluffy?
Hey, Anomaly, thanks for tuning in, man. Right on. We still got George. We got Midian in the house. Right
I was
on.
gonna say,
Hey, Jules.
We got Ace Black Widow still around. Thank you,
yeah.
everybody, for tuning in. And I hope you're ready for some crazy fucking malarkey in the future, too. Bring all your freaking friends.
Hang on.
No drugs allowed. No alcohol allowed. Positive vibes. Fucking smoke your cigarettes.
I've got mine. I'm good.
I don't care what you do off camera. It's just while it's on a stream, we can't be doing that shit anymore.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to cuss?
Whichever.
So no
not for
drinking,
kids.
no drugging, no smoking. Come on.
Well, if you're gonna drink a beer or whatever, fucking have it in a cup, so to speak. You know what I mean? So that they don't know you're drinking beer, man.
Oh,
you know what I mean? I'm not trying to make it prim and proper. Beer's fucking legal everywhere. I'm just saying.
Where the hell's the Malarkey?
I got a friend that actually uses a Dunkin' Donuts cup with a straw, and there's a can of beer in the cup.
Yeah, that's cool.
I love coffee
all the time, everywhere you go.
My channel's like not for kids, anyways, is how I have it set.
Right.
So
that's why
I'm just saying
why aren't we
it's
having
about the
some
people that
Malarkey?
don't support marijuana I want them to come too.
Well,
And I can't get this sponsor if I'm doing
well.
things like the Grow Show and the
Well,
Bong Report.
you know,
They won't
yeah.
sponsor me. So
Well, how
and I
well,
want them
how valuable
Hey.
is that sponsorship?
way more
How are you,
valuable than
darling?
the Bong Report.
Okay.
Okay, way more valuable than the
I love
Grow
your
Show.
tattoo there.
They're
Yeah.
okay. They can't even take part in what's going on if that
Oh,
shit's
she's
going
lovely.
on, right? So it's yeah,
Lovely.
right. Like you think I want to stop the Grow Show, Jimmy?
Lovely.
No, man.
Well,
I want to pop those seeds
Oh, I
and
love
shit, right? So now I got to do shit like make an Instagram account or something, or put it on my fucking Facebook or something. You know what I mean?
I did jet wash.
But it's hi, Crystal. Megadeth.
well, just make a stupid asshole channel and
No, I'm not
Look at
making a new YouTube channel, man. Fuck that
Yeah.
shit.
Hi, Crystal.
well,
Every time I do that, YouTube fucking shuts it down on me, anyways.
well, if you actually put content on it, and
I did have content on it. I went to go log into my You Dizzy fan club. What gone? Doesn't even exist anymore. Fuck, I had that channel since fucking 2006 and then changed it to that name. And they fucking boom gone. See ya. For nothing. Didn't even send me an email. Nothing. You know what? Like it
they
was
do
like,
that.
yeah. So I don't fucking know, man. But there was a few other accounts too. But hello, sexy Lisa. The link is in the chat. Good to see you too, Anomaly. Right on,
Lisa.
fellow Canadian.
Hi, Lisa.
Mhm. Hmm.
Hey, beautiful Lisa.
I can't wait to see people try and figure out the mystery reporter, man. That one's gonna be fun.
How am I gonna get through a show without fucking smoking?
You can
Just
still
shut your
smoke
camera off.
shit. Do what I do on Lisa's stream and turn my back to the fucking camera or something. You know what I mean? Like I
Or
don't.
do what you do any other time and just put your fucking
Boring.
picture in front of you.
But I'll forget. That's my point.
Or you could have me in the background. Go look at my face.
I'll remind you, Jimmy McRib.
Hi, Bubbles.
Yeah, after it's too late.
How are you?
Well, if I see it, I'll say, no, no, no.
Lisa, you have a link if you want to come up and hang out.
You missed him.
Time is clear.
Maybe he'll come back.
Bubbies. Come here so
What
Crystal can
happened?
see you. Come here so Crystal can see you. Rat face.
We're showing kitties to each other.
Say hi, Crystals.
There's Thomas.
Hi, Crystals.
Oh, yeah.
Crystal loves kitty cats. But we can't have a kitty cat here.
No?
No.
Dang.
Nope, no kitty cats allowed.
Just get a cat and say it identifies as a fucking human.
It identifies as goldfish.
It identifies as a gay human that's black. And then they really
Well,
can't
actually,
say nothing.
Does she need us? Does she know it needed an emotional support animal?
Yeah.
It wouldn't
probably.
matter.
No?
No.
Hmm.
There was a woman that had a small dog in building 1. They fined her $25 a day until they had a meeting with the freaking the board of the with the condo board, and they finally made a concession where she could keep her small doggy because she made a impassioned and very heartfelt plea to the freaking condo board, and she is an owner, so they let her keep her little doggy. She said it was the last family she had. So, but that was the only concession that was made for anyone to have a dog ever
That was good for
on this
to
property.
do that.
People are not allowed to have cats if they're renters here. If they're renting from my landlord, who is the guy that owns the friggin' property and the buildings, people can buy units in here because it's condos, but you know, he is the one that freaking sets the ground rules for all the renters that rent from him. So most of his renters actually end up with cats because they just go and get cats, and he'll overlook it and not say anything about it, or be like, just make sure you freaking keep a lid on that freaking cat box. And 'cause if I walk by your apartment and it stinks, then we're gonna have a problem.
Yeah, that's the thing too, right? Some people are like that, man. They, won't clean their cat box or not. You walk by that apartment door and that's all you fucking smell.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
the second floor of this freaking building smells like death.
Oh,
It smells like there's a corpse in one of those fucking apartments that nobody's cleaned up yet. You get me?
They won't smell the cat
I'm
shit.
not exaggerating either. It smells like something fucking died down there.
that's crazy.
It doesn't smell like something died on my fucking floor. It
What
smells
about
like
the
something died
units
down there.
above it though? Is it not seeping through to the units above it? Damn.
I don't know. I don't go on that floor.
Gamer says it identifies as lesbian tuna, so it's all good. What the fuck? Is that the real gamer? That's gotta be the real gamer.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the real gamer. Because he was on
I
my
thought I-
channel and said if he couldn't sleep, he would pop
I thought I
over.
made him a moderator. What the fuck? Okay, so if there's two gamers on my fucking thing tomorrow on my community that are moderators, holy fuck. But he's a
That
mod
would-
now. so
That would
fuck.
be something he would say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. So now I'm worried I made a fake gamer a moderator. And now the real one's here. Oh well.
he was
Will
a
the, will the real gamer please stand up?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still gonna do, the outdoor report and stuff like that. And I can't wait to hear the outcome of the Area 51 raid. That's gonna be quite interesting. Samoa Joe handed over his belt today, Doris.
Yep. Yep. And tomorrow there's going to be a fatal four way to name a new champion. It's either
Yeah.
going to be freaking Kyle O'Reilly or Tommaso Ciampa. Because the other two aren't worth.
I don't know any of them. I just seen your video earlier there and
Yeah.
heard the news. So does that mean he just quit? He's just like,
No,
fuck it.
he's just injured. I think he needs surgery.
Oh,
So he's
So
going to
he's
be
doing-
out for an unlimited amount of time.
doing the right thing, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
there's other champs that have just been like, yeah, here, have the belt back because I'm gonna be out for a while.
Well, and that's
whatever
basically what he
reason.
did. Like he didn't even wait for WWE to announce it. He announced it on his Twitter account last night that he was going to relinquish the title
Okay.
because of an injury. He was going to be out for an extended amount of time and
I
wouldn't
heard
be
you
able
say
to
that
compete.
last night on your stream.
Yep.
Either that or earlier tonight. I don't.
Earlier today.
Was it? Okay.
Yep.
I don't remember. I thought it was last night.
Vidian says Captain Slug a little while ago. But almost 10 minutes.
Yep, Brock Lesnar's back. And he looks badass, I think.
Yeah, it was his
Oh my God, he
stomach
looks
disease. That stomach disease he gets sometimes from eating
Yeah.
the meat.
It's like a gout type of thing.
From eating too much lean meat, he said. Right?
Yeah.
Too much deer meat. That's like the second most lean, or maybe the third. I know elk is more
You
lean than deer
you
meat.
could actually freaking what do they call that? Freaking you be nutrient deprived from eating freaking deer
Yeah,
meat.
it's called rabbit starvation. It's the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
as
same as
rabbits.
that.
Yeah.
I
'Cause it's,
forgot what it was called, but yeah, you could be nutrient starved because you freaking there's nothing in it.
Protein poisoning is what it is. You can survive off rabbit if you're eating other things too. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
Midi, and I
But,
did.
rabbit,
Did you?
rabbit by itself, you can't survive off.
We were eating a lot of freaking venison because
Mhm.
my neighbor kept giving
Jimmy,
it.
do you know you muted?
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, rabbit's good to eat, man. There's
Yeah.
there's plenty of nutrients in a rabbit. It's just, you just can't live on it alone. You need
No.
you need vegetation and other
Other
Yeah.
meats. Yeah.
other proteins.
Which is
Bye, Vanessa.
I haven't asked that.
Yep. Bye, Nessa.
Yep. Gamer even watched Raw with me tonight.
There you go.
It was a nice little addition to it.
He was. A lot of people enjoyed it because Gamer hasn't
Well-
watched it in so long.
Well,
Uh-huh.
Gamer's
I
got
can't-
Gamer's
I was-
got the charisma too. So you know.
I was sitting in your chat for a little
Here
while. And
goes.
somebody offered me a freaking spot on a panel, and so I went over there for a little while.
Yep.
Well, I didn't get there till late, and I seen Gamer was there too, and I was like, "Well, fuck! I just missed a really, really good show." Then I was like, "Shit, man!"
Yeah, it was fun. He has a new program that he found out he could get in the UK where he can actually watch.
Watch it with you.
Wrestling.
Right on.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Nice. Now, what about that other thing? Brain Jerk sent you, or the thing that Brain Jerks.
Yeah, that seems like I've heard of War Wrestling.
Uh huh.
It's like a small territory type of thing, and I think it's around here.
Oh.
And they do shows and stuff.
Oh. There you go.
Yeah. And a lot of times it's like old school wrestlers that don't wrestle the big time anymore.
Ken Patera.
Oh, dang.
Yep, he would be one of them. Yes, gamer is amazing. Blah blah blah. Kissy kissy, sucky sucky.
Yeah, shut up. Yeah.
Patera was a
I'm just wondering.
local around here.
Is what is it? Midian? Is he connected to Doris? Apparently, he's into wrestling.
Yeah, Midian. Big E cashed in and beat Lashley for the title.
I had to pin that comment.
It was a pretty good show. They stacked it up. Number one, because they did awful in the ratings last week. And number two, this is the first week of Monday Night Football. So they got to start stacking up the Monday night shows to compete with Monday Night Football. And Gamer was funny in my chat. He's going to people. So Doris is going on an exploration this week. She needs food people for that exploration. She needs fuel money people for that. Gary, you spam her PayPal in the chat until people start donating. Good night, George.
Yeah. Good night,
Kelly
George.
outside for a cigarette.
Peace, dude.
Good night, Fluffy.
Good night, George.
Why would they hold that?
I don't know. You know why? Probably because it's all in
All
caps.
caps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Okay, 1 sec, guys.
It's not dumb that it's all caps. It's dumb that they would hold something that's all
Right.
Yeah.
Because I've noticed that sometimes they'll let it through. Like if it's all caps, like,
Well, yeah, but that's mostly mods that get.
but Anomaly was able to put the good to see a jet wash by fellow Canadian, and that's all caps.
Maybe you said something about bed.
On Kathy's previous comment.
Or
right there.
smash. But Kathy's a mod.
Or the smashing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is the smash.
Oh,
Bang, zoom. To the moon.
It's so stupid.
Yeah.
right.
To the moon, Alice. To the moon. Bang zoom.
Bang zoom. One of
Wake
these
up, Junior.
days.
Mhm.
How you doing, Mike? Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Mikey.
We were wondering again today, Jimmy, what Thomas did, because he spent a lot of time on panel. And usually he just lays right in his little corner in between my monitors. And we were like, what did you do?
Couldn't tell you.
But yeah, we had fun. It was a good show. How was your day today, Jules?
Just another day. How was your day?
Same thing, just another day. I had Wolfie teasing me at the start of my stream because all day today I had like no motivation. And then I ate like 10 minutes before I was supposed to stop my stream. And I got in here and I don't know if it was just the anticipation of the stream or wrestling but I like all of a sudden was wired and like hyper. And
Mhm.
Wolfie's like, how much coffee did you drink today? How much sugar did you eat? He's like, if I had your energy, I'd be able to walk from my house to your house in 20 minutes, and I live in goddamn Canada.
I saw part of that. I was there for part of that. I have Duran Duran going through my head right now.
Which one?
Sorry, does that hurt?
The name is Rio, and I'll
Oh,
stop
their
singing
song,
that
okay.
song.
Mike, is Mike, can Mike come up?
Oh, of course, yeah.
I like hearing him laugh. He's so sweet.
I don't. Who's gonna send him a link? I don't remember if I got him on Facebook or where.
It's Facebook.
Of course Mike can come up. That's who Wicked Insanity is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, shit, fuck. No worries, of course. Always welcome, man. He's always welcome. I had that dude rolling the other day, man. I had to calm down because I thought I was gonna give him a heart attack or something.
Yeah.
Well,
Fuck.
yeah, it won't take much.
I was gonna say, would it be the first time either that he's had a heart attack on panel?
Probably not.
Dude,
Oh,
he
God,
stood
don't
up
say
and
that.
his chair cracked, and I thought it was his back at first. He's like, motherfucker, that was my chair, dude.
He said, nah. I think
I
he's
like-
tired.
I like it when he goes, when he does a twerk for me when he stands up.
That's just his knee crippling.
Well, I ask him and then he tries to move it.
I like to move it, move
Move
it.
it. I
Move it.
like to move it. Move it.
Sounds like bubble. You know, the fucking bubble wrap.
I thought you were talking about bubbles at first. I'm like, I like to move it.
Say squish.
Is it quiet time at Mike's house?
Dance in the forest.
I think he's tired too, Kathy, because he said he did a lot of walking around today, watching
Oh,
the
on
guy
your phone?
install the gutter guards.
He watched it. He didn't do it.
But he walked
Yeah,
around.
but that's enough
Well,
when you're an old man.
He could sit down. He could sit down and just sit and listen. My bones are bones.
He's
Let's
saying,
call him
yeah.
tired.
Walking in and out
Shane
to the
is
garage a
PC
half a
with piece
dozen
of shit.
times.
Mike, if you haven't experienced this yet, this is the Italian mother guilt trip. Just so you know. Shanane.
Nay. Hello there.
Uh,
Thank you for tuning in. Right on.
tuning
Awesome,
in,
awesome.
to a
Ah,
pile
Kathy.
of malarkey.
Right.
Oh,
Uh-huh. It says it right there. Shout out to Gamer for all the channel art. You guys want
right.
great channel art?
Yes.
Go on over and talk to him on his channel
Right.
and go from there.
Anyone that's
Okay.
got art up, it's all his.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, come
That's some of
on.
his best work right there.
Mm.
See Barces?
It's showing a black screen to me.
Wow,
Oh, there we
and-
go. Yeah, there we go.
I thought that black was pretty cool.
Maybe it was the dark side.
Well, it was just kind of cool looking, you know?
And then one of my favorite ones is this one. And Gamer says this is
Yeah.
his favorite too.
It
Uh-huh.
is pretty cool. It's got little doors on the shelf there.
Yeah.
Hey, old man. Hey, old man, get me a drink.
Oh,
Oh, I forgot. I thought I, I thought I had myself on mute.
I'm not tired, but I don't like it blue screening. Oh,
What?
okay, Mike.
He's not happy with his PC. He said it's a piece of crap.
You got a phone? You join on your phone, homie?
get a bigger
Oh.
hammer, Mike. Get a bigger hammer.
Oh, you're making her cookies early. Shannon is making cookies again, Jimmy.
Uh-huh.
Cookies are awesome.
Oh yeah.
She's gonna open up an ice cream stand in Florida.
Uh-huh. And all she's gonna sell is cookies and ice cream.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
You know, the good thing about that though is her ice cream cones are gonna be made out of cookie.
Mm-hmm.
Chocolate chip cookie ice cream cones.
I make my pizzellis, and then once they come off the iron, I hurry up and fold them to
Mhm.
make an ice cream cone, and then I use them and then they harden real quick.
Heck yeah.
What's a pizzelli?
I was
Is
gonna
that-
say, what the hell is a
Is that like a
pizzelli?
cannoli, like what they put cannoli in?
You can put cannolis with it in it. We do use the pizzellis to roll them. You got to do it quick because they come off an iron, and out of the iron almost looks like oh, what's those
Waffle.
things?
A sausage?
Waffle iron. It looks like a waffle iron, but it's flatter. But as soon as it comes out, it'll harden real quick. So you got to hurry up and form it the way you want it. So you got to form it into a tube like, and then
For
you
the
fill it with the
cannoli.
cannoli. You fill it with the cannoli filling.
Cannolis.
Used to know
For
this
an ice
girl-
cream cone.
We used to call this
And
girl
then
Aunt cannoli because you could stick anything in a cannoli.
Well, the cannoli is actually because of the filling. But to tell you the truth, I'm not big on cannolis.
I love cannolis.
I wasn't. I'm not very. I eat them, but they're not that one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
So how do you do the
I'll
ice
agree.
cream cones?
I'd rather have baklava.
Baklava.
There's probably a mold that you put the thing around it and then roll it across the iron or something.
Actually, you just hurry up and fold it to. You can get because they come in two. You know the iron. When you get two of them off, you hurry up and push them together real quick and do it. It forms it like a cone, like a hard cone.
Love to see
Now
that
also,
done.
but also, what I do is I get those small cupcake pans. I got those small cupcake pan, and then when I get the pizzellis out, I hurry up and put it in there and pat them in there real quick, and then when they harden real quick, and then you pull them out, and it looks like a little cup. You can put your ice cream or your puddings or whatever you want in it. And it makes a dessert.
Yeah. I've seen something like that done before with the phyllo dough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also with like a pie dough. You can make tarts and little mini
Yeah.
tarts and stuff that way. Even like little mini quiches, but yeah.
Ooh, mini quiches.
The pizzelli, if you get a pizzelli maker, they call it it comes with a recipe.
Cool.
That's the most disgusting recipe I'd ever. You have to get. I was raised on the old, from the old country, the recipe from the old country. So that's the one I have.
So what would you say is the difference between the one that comes with it and the old country one? Besides it's better, obviously.
Well, first of all, they've got too many oils and they've got too much stuff in it that like too much oils and things like that.
Additives. Yeah.
Yeah, it just there's way too much to it that it does something to it in the taste,
It's overkill. Okay.
right? Now you can put lemon flavor in it and it can taste like a little lemon. You can put the anise in it, which actually it'll taste like licorice.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm not big on the anise, but we've had anise cookies that we
I
put
would
on.
rather
Right.
lick anus than to eat anise.
They're kind of like ginger, like like
you.
gingerbread cookies or that flavor that.
I don't like black licorice.
I
I've
do.
never been a fan of black licorice myself.
Can
The
only
only
eat a
black
few of them,
licorice
though.
I like is Tiger Tail's ice cream.
I know another fella that eats
that.
that. His name's Ron.
Well, yeah, and
Oh,
we've had that before when we used to make our own ice cream and
Ron eats the tiger tail right in front of us.
Oh
We're in
man, it's fucking good, dude.
Come
If you
on.
ain't had it before, you should. I recommend trying it. It's
Hey,
amazing.
Go Fish Office actually made homemade tiger tail ice cream.
yeah,
Really?
we've seen that. I thought it was a wonderful video.
Yeah,
I
it
liked
was.
that. I liked it.
That stuff is so good, man. You got to be careful eating that stuff. It'll give you a badass headache. You eat too much of it, man. But oh, fuck is it?
Oh yeah, no doubt, Mike.
She should be getting paid for cooking, without a doubt.
My mom used to take a ball of ice cream and cover it in chocolate syrup and then roll it in crushed mixed nuts and then fucking deep fry that shit for like 30 seconds, man.
Deep fried ice cream.
My word, that shit.
Yeah,
was
we've
the
had
bomb.
that.
Like flan.
We used to
It-
have a
But
Dairy Queen that used to sell the deep fried ice cream.
yeah, she used to put it on those cup like things you were just talking about, but I never knew what she was making that stuff out of.
They do have a different country makes like a pizzelle, but it's not a sweet taste. I think it's the Germans or the Russians, or they make something similar to that. They use the iron, but it's not the same recipe, of course.
I can make schnitzel.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a talent.
I
What
really
kind of
like
schnitzel?
Schnitzel a
Wiener
lot.
schnitzel.
I can make a mess.
I can make any kind of schnitzel you want to dream up.
I hear you, Jimmy. I can make one hell of a fucking mess too, homie. I
Uh-huh.
tell you that much, man. You should see my office right now. Like I got vaping stuff everywhere. I got camera stuff everywhere. I
Uh-huh.
got fly tying stuff everywhere. I got hunting stuff fucking everywhere. I got
Yeah.
marijuana everywhere. You know, it's just
I'm
fucking
not that bad,
craziness.
but it ain't
Yeah.
clean. It ain't organized. It's getting
Well,
there.
it's
a mess.
Yeah, I thought
But it
mine
gets
was going to be
better.
straightened up today.
craziness. But oh well. Once I
Jimmy's
try
problem
some-
is whenever he gets to the idea to straighten up his room, he'll get distracted by something
Uh-huh.
and start on something
And I'll
else.
start doing something completely different.
the same way.
It's attention deficit.
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
I've had it my entire life.
Yeah, I do. I've did that too, and I've talked about it because I'd be in my living room cleaning, and I go, oh, I got to go to the kitchen to get something.
I do the same
And
thing.
then
I go
get
to
in
the
kitchen
kitchen,
and you get,
start cleaning and doing
next
stuff,
thing you
and
know,
then
I'm
I'm thinking,
making a sandwich.
oh, I
Mhm.
got to go. Oh, I left that in the bathroom. Next thing I'm cleaning. I started in the living room and I'm clearing the bathroom,
Yep.
and then I'm clear upstairs in the bathroom up there cleaning. I forgot about the whole thing going on in the living
What
room.
you started with originally.
I do the
Yeah.
same thing,
And when I
Kathy.
finally get done,
Happened.
the sweeper's
Yeah.
still sitting there getting
It
ready
freaking
Uh,
ready
happened.
to run.
And
It's
then
a
you end
huge
up in the living room and
that
say,
happened.
fucking damn
Yeah.
it. and now you're back in the living room.
Yep.
And who wants to run the sweeper after you've cleaned so many rooms? I put that son of a bitch back, so I'll try again later.
Yeah. It's good to hear you so happy, Kathy. I tell you.
It comes from us moms chasing little kids around, cleaning one mess after another. See, they don't stand still long enough. So you go from one room to the next, and you're like, you start picking up one mess and you're following them. And
I'll
by
tell
the
you
time you're
truth.
done, you go back to
Yeah.
the first room and it's time to start all over again.
And then I had my mother I was taking care of, she was, ill. I mean, when I say, hey, Ma, it's time for your pills. And she goes, what? I said, it's time for your pills. She goes, huh? I said, she goes, I can't hear. I need a hearing aid battery. So I get the hearing aid battery, put it down. I go get her pills, come back, and I'm looking for the hearing aid battery. And she goes, oh, I already took that pill you've left me. I said, Ma, oh my God, Ma. I said, I said, that wasn't a pill. That was a hearing aid battery. She goes, oh, well.
It happens.
So I
I wonder
called
if she had
poison.
more energy.
So I called poison control to find out exactly what's in the battery, that if it would hurt. They told me just make sure it comes out
Oh no.
and
Yeah.
to check to make sure. I said, if you want to make sure that comes out, you come over and check, because I ain't checking her shit for nothing.
I would have done put a cow magnet down her throat, man. Fuck that shit.
A baby's one thing, but man.
Yeah.
And by the time she would even go anyway, and then it was the next day, because I told her what happened. I said, Ma, I called poison control. She goes, you had to tell people about it? And I said, yeah. I said, I wanted to know if there was anything going on, with the battery, if there's anything going to happen. And I said, they said to check your stool. So she would go in there and oh my God, you guys, I about died. She took the plunger handle and moved her shit around to check for it.
Yep.
I'm
Pick
going
it
down
out of the
to
toilet.
Walmart. I've got to go get a new plunger. Thank you.
Yes. Yes. I'm like, Ma, you used a plunger handle. She goes, well, what else was I supposed to use? And I said, Ma, don't do that. She goes, well, you said to check for it. I said, I didn't say it. The lady at poison control told you to do it. I don't care.
What goes in usually comes out. I'm just saying.
So then,
One way or another.
And then a couple of weeks later, I'm getting ready to go away. My husband and I, we're getting ready to go away and out of state. And she gets up early and she makes a pot of coffee. And she goes, here's your coffee. And I said, okay, I'm drinking the coffee and everything. And we got to get going because we're going to drive to take a bus to go to West Virginia, because we were going on a casino ride with a bunch of our friends.
Cool.
Yeah.
And I tell you, I was sick. My stomach was upset. And I just didn't have fun. We finally come back, and the next day come back at 5 o'clock in the morning, and Ma was up, and we were sitting there. She goes, she asked, she goes, I want you to, are you still going to get those coffee filters? I said, oh, I'm sorry. She goes, well, I said, Ma, but you made coffee before we left the other morning. I said, what did you do? She goes, oh, I use those Swiffer pads for the filter. She cut the fucking Swiffer pad to use a filter.
Oh, I can swear for that.
Back to poison control I went.
Do you don't have any Tide Pods in the house, do you?
They're like,
Right.
didn't we just talk to you?
Yes, so I called poison control.
Come on now,
Now-
Kathy, get your Tide Pod ice cream into you.
Now, what's the chances of having the same lady in poison control?
So you're gonna give me a fucking spoon?
Probably pretty good, you know.
I didn't think so. I mean, like, who would have thought she's gonna get the same lady? So I was telling her the story about what happened. She said, just a minute. She's laughing her ass off over this. And she goes, I gotta go find out. And when she come back, she was laughing. She goes, well, you'll end up with an upset stomach and you might get the diarrhea. I said, I've already got it.
Yeah.
I said, I've already
Yeah,
got
okay,
it.
we're on the right track.
And she had said her name. I said, I called just the other day about my mother. She goes, was it about the hearing aid battery? I said, yeah.
Make
I
me
was-
shut up.
Who in the hell would have figured you could call twice and get the same lady?
Just
When
imagine
you,
the
when
shit
you
those
dial
people
the
do.
same number, the odds are pretty good, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, they ain't perfect, but they're pretty good that you
Especially in a smaller state.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know where
If you got a live person the first time, fuck yeah,
Yeah.
the odds are you're getting that live person
Oh, God.
the next time.
Just imagine the things they hear though, man.
You got
Uh-huh.
a red book.
Well, I decided that I decided I was going to go visit my sister. So my mom was going to stay home with my husband. So I'm off and I'm gone. I'm enjoying time in Pennsylvania with my sister. I get a phone call from my husband that he had to call the ambulance, or no, the ambulance was called. And I said, what the hell was the ambulance called for? He goes, Ma called the ambulance. I said, what the heck happened? What's wrong with her? She told them when she came, she called the ambulance that it was an emergency to get there right away. She couldn't take a shit and she wanted them to help her.
Been there, Kathy. Jimmy's
I
father
know.
did that to us.
I'm thinking, oh my God, thank God. That was all there was. And I know elderly people, they have obsession with their bowels.
Yeah.
And I was so glad. But the
especially
problem
when they
was,
live on Percocets.
the problem, my neighbor found out about it. And when I finally come home, they said, I heard your mom couldn't take a shit. Oh my God.
Yep. Jimmy's father was on stool softeners.
Oh.
Well,
And he took 3 of them and still couldn't poop. So during a snowstorm, a nor'easter, he called 911
mhm.
and he had a heart attack previously. And he knew that's all he had to tell them was that he's had heart attacks in the past. And he didn't tell them it was because he couldn't poop. So they come, didn't say anything to me and Jimmy. Middle of the night, we end up with, because in Massachusetts, where we lived at the time, when you called 911, they send the fire trucks, the police, and the ambulance.
Yeah, they all roll hoping one gets there first. you know?
Right.
So
Yeah.
in the middle of the night, we have these people banging on our door. So they're like, we have to take him. He called 911. So they take him. We drive to the ambulance in the car. We get there and he tells the doctor he couldn't shit. I was like, did you really call 911 because you can't shit? Yep, I did.
Doctor told me to.
So the doctor gives him magcitrate.
Imodium nitrate, right?
Yeah.
Freaking, yeah.
Well,
After him already taking 3 stool softeners.
Uh-huh.
And then says, all right, you should poop in a few hours.
are you
Sends him
serious?
home. We have to drive him home in the nor'easter.
Oh, Lord.
Uh-huh.
Like
Oh, wait, there's more.
2 hours later,
Oh, no. He blew it.
he blew it. Not only
Yep.
did he blew it, Kathy,
Oh,
in
but
his
wait,
bed,
there's more.
he walked across the house to wake us up to tell us he shit in the bed.
Uh-huh.
So when
know
we
what-
got
you know
up,
what
I
that
said to
meant,
Jimmy,
right?
I said, you have a choice. You can clean the trail of fucking diarrhea to your father's room from our room, or you can go bathe your father.
Uh-huh.
Which one
I
did
was
you
like,
pick
the other
there,
nurse,
Mr.
you're
McRib?
washing his ass.
I ended up showering him because he's like, there's no way I'm washing my father's ass. So all I could hear is Jimmy go as he's cleaning up the poop.
I'm the same way, man.
It was brutal. It
I'm
was
fine
brutal,
as
dude.
long as it's not a loved one. But
You know what
like
we
as
did?
Yeah.
soon as my
Yep.
wife starts going or like puking or something, I'm like, fucking,
no.
you know,
Anyone
like,
pukes in front of me, I'm hurling.
oh man, I've seen some crazy shit and it didn't fucking bug me, man. But then I seen the same thing with you know, I think it was my aunt.
My
I'm
stomach
fucking
just
telling
grilled a
you.
little with you faking it. Okay.
Oh man, I hear you, Jimmy. Oh,
But yep. So I feel you there, Kathy.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there was,
Mike
there's,
says, get the
I got
there's
hose.
so
intercom.
many.
I got
There's so-
intercoms like the next day at fucking Radio Shack.
So all he had to do, he could either buzz us like a call light or he could talk to us.
Uh-huh. Yep.
And then that was the other thing. Once we got those, he'd
Oh, my
he'd buzz
fucking
us
God.
and we go, what's wrong? I can't sleep. Well, it's 2 in the fucking morning. Try to go to sleep.
Fucking lay there. Turn the fucking scanner on.
We're like, we didn't get this for
Yeah.
you to have a conversation with us. We got this so if you needed something.
I'll tell you something. After a while, old people that can't sleep, that's exactly what they do, Jim. They just sit there in their bed. They're just like, and stare at the ceiling.
Oh, I've done that, dude.
Because some old people just do not sleep anymore. They're just like, fuck.
Why do you think we're nocturnal?
Or either that or they just watch TV all night and they don't sleep. And freaking, you know, you see them and they have freaking like black bags down
Right.
to their freaking jawline, dude. You're,
We call that sundowners.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
That happens.
Oh yeah, it's called sundowners. There's a name
Yep.
for it.
Yeah. We're all part of it. That's
Yeah,
why
we just had a patient,
Yeah.
Kathy, that the family never told us she had sundowners. So
Mhm.
when we got report from day shift, they were like, oh, she's alert and oriented and blah, blah, blah. So shortly after supper time, I go in there and the doctor's talking to her. The doctor decided to keep her for one more night because they were changing her meds.
Yeah.
And freaking, so I'm in there after the doctor and I come out and I say to the nurse, I don't know what's wrong, but she's really confused about this whole thing. And in the meantime, apparently her daughter-in-law called and was like, can you tell me why my mother-in-law is staying? She seems really confused about it. And the nurse was like, what the fuck? She's been fine since day shift said she was alert and oriented all day today. I'm like, well, she's batty as shit right now. And so me and the nurse keep going in there. So on supper break, I said to the nurse, you know what? I bet you she has sundowners. And she was like, well, that would make sense, but nobody said anything about it. I'm like, well, she just got here. So she'd come in the morning. I'm like, so we would be the first ones to notice the change in mental status. I'm like, and the husband didn't seem too concerned when she was getting confused. So I bet you it happens all the time at home. And it's no
So-
difference to them.
So sundowners is that thing where when they're supposed to be in their sleep hours, they actually just go batshit.
when they're
Usually
when they can't
around supper time, about 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening, they'll start getting really confused. And as the night progresses, the confusion gets worse.
Holy
sundowners.
then they
okay,
can't sleep,
okay.
and then they can't
Okay.
sleep.
They don't
and-
sleep. Yep.
So many things have made more sense. Okay.
And it usually happens
Hmm.
right around that time, Captain, like around 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening.
Okay.
It's like right before the sun starts going
Some
down. That's why
people-
they call it sundowners.
Yeah, some people know that that's happening.
Right.
And some people don't.
Right.
Well, it's according to your
I know that
confusion
they know what is happening, but they don't know what to call it, and they don't know
Right.
that like something that actually does happen for a lot of people. So
right?
Yeah. And they don't sleep.
okay.
Like like that night she focused on her roommate. And 11 to 7 said like at one point in the night they went in there and she was tucking her roommate in, like thinking it was one of her kids. And I was just like, oh God. I couldn't even imagine. I'm like, I'd end up punching the lady and be like, get the fuck
We had-
away from me.
We had that one time where some guy was screaming, "Get her the fuck out of my room!" Oh my God! Here the lady was in there without her clothes on, trying to feed him his meal. And while I was in bed, he's gonna tell her to get the fuck out of my room, and we're going, "Oh,
That's an interesting circumstance.
Yeah.
she was that poor woman was so confused, of course." But and here he had a guy that knew exactly what was going on, but he just couldn't get out of bed.
Yeah.
So
Remember when I was little, I woke up to this severe smell of fucking shit. I went downstairs and there's my great grandmother with a fucking wooden spoon trying to push shit down the kitchen sink. She was right out of it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, those were some of her final days doing stuff like that. And later on that day, she disappeared and we're all looking for her. Here she's down at the creek bathing, taking a fucking bath and shit, man. She just
Yep.
walked down the gravel road under the bridge in the creek, taking a
Yep.
fucking
That's why you see so many stories about, like on Facebook, about older people with Alzheimer's that just walk off because that's what they do.
I found
Sometimes
people
it's
like that.
because they remember 30 years ago. So they think their house is across town where they lived when they
No,
were a
that's what the
kid.
doctor. This
I
was
had
in
just gotten out
the
of
late 80s.
I
Go
had
ahead,
just gotten out of freaking court because I had been arrested the previous night. Check this out. There was this as I was walking, to a friend's house to freaking, take a shower and everything.
Mhm.
I stumbled across this old man that was walking, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I fucking seen I seen him just like it just keeled over. I'm like, holy
No way.
fuck.
Yeah.
And I ran up to him and I'm like, hey guy, are you all right? And he's just like, oh, he can barely talk. And he's like, he's got a piece of paper towel and he's like trying to dab his freaking scrapes because he just got all scraped up, falling like just eating shit, just like,
Oh,
oh, like,
make your sphincter
dude,
tingle.
I heard
tingle
the thud.
type-
He's like,
type shit.
you could, oh my God, it was a really hard hit. He just totally ate shit. So I pick the guy up and I help him up and I can see that he can barely freaking see anything. He's got, his eyes are all milky and shit because he's so fucking just completely decrepit old dude. He could have been 100.
Damn.
I'm not exaggerating. This guy was like seriously old. And these two little old ladies, they were probably in their 60s, 70s, whatever. They freaking, they're creeping by and they're just like, do you need some help? And I'm like, I don't know what to do with this old guy. Freaking, like I just seen him freaking just fall flat on his face.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my God, do you know him? I'm like, no, I'm just trying to help the guy out. He's got a cane and everything. There ain't nothing but white hair on this guy. He has no color left of his hair, no color left of his eyes, hardly,
Mhm.
So they took him And they said they were going to go and freaking bring him to the nearest nursing home and see if they could find where he belongs, And I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, goodbye.
Yep.
Yeah,
Like what?
Like, oh crap.
One of the
fuck.
nursing homes I worked at, we had this one guy, and Jimmy will remember the stories. Every morning at 3 a.m., I worked 11 to 7. There was a Dunkin' Donuts next door. He would walk out our sliding doors, and because there was a walkway in the fence to go to Dunkin's, he would walk to Dunkin's at 3 a.m. every morning. And the first time he did it, they called us because they knew who he was. After that, they would set him up with his small coffee and his donut. They would let him start drinking it, and then they would call us. And we'd go over, we'd let him finish his coffee and his donut. And apparently, according to his daughter, that's what he did every day before he went to work. At 3 a.m., he was a construction worker. He would go to Dunkin's, get a plain donut and a small coffee, and wait for his crew member to pick him up.
Mhm. Yep.
crazy.
And it was like, we didn't try stopping him. Dunkin's would just call us and be like, yeah, Tom's over here again. So we just walk over.
Imprinted into his brain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they didn't care. You know what I mean? They were like, screw it. It's the middle of the night. Nobody was ever there.
He's
So
probably
he
been
wasn't
going there for
bothering
30
anybody.
years, right?
Right. And they were like, he doesn't bother anybody. He just sits down, has a small coffee and his donut. And
Yeah, we got a few people like that up here too. But years ago, there was a person like that I held dear to my heart, and he's passed on since then. But his name was Steven, and he was from the States, and he used to talk about these old days with the Hells Angels and the mob and all this other kind of stuff. But he was on heavy meds, man. Like he was just always wide-eyed and mouth opening all the time. Like,
yeah,
like you could tell that guy seen some shit, so you couldn't put past what he was saying to
exactly.
you know what I mean? And one day I come downstairs to check my mailbox, and there's Steven sitting on the foyer bench, and his head's just pouring fucking blood. I'm like, Steven, what the fuck happened, man? He's like, I slipped and fell and landed on my head. And he was bald he was balding on top, right? So it cut him bad. You could just see it. But he was the type of guy that wouldn't really tell you what happened. He would say he fell. Meanwhile, you're looking at chunks of beer bottle glass in his fucking head. You know what I mean? Wasn't cool. This guy was like 70 some years old, and some young punks down at the
Rain the motherfucker.
We might lose our internet, Jimmy.
Yeah.
I just got a message. Our internet is unstable.
Oh,
Yeah, they raked him with a beer bottle.
His audio has been cutting out on me. I feel it coming.
Yeah. My whole panel just froze except for me. And I'm like, oh, I can feel it going down.
Twice.
But yeah, they raked him with a beer bottle.
That's sad.
I didn't say raped. I said brained.
No, I said raked.
Why did they do that?
Because they're fucking idiots, and he's an old drunkard. And they were probably, it was at the bar, right? Like outside the bar. And just a bunch of young punks, man. My buddies and I actually went back to that bar that night to find out what happened. And that's what happened. They fucking did it for no reason. And it was taken care of before. Like in a small town like that, you just don't fucking do that to old people, no matter what happened. You know what I mean? And yeah, they were dealt with and left outside, and cops called. They got arrested, well, KO'd. Let's just put it that way. Like they woke up in a jail cell, if I could say it like that. Yeah. And I didn't even have to have anything to do with that part. That was already done by the time I had went down there and asked him what happened. But you know, that's when I knew all the stuff he told me before was true. You know what I mean? Because he literally told me he tripped and bent over so much that he fell onto the top of his head on the sidewalk. Meanwhile, I'm looking at beer bottle glass in his fucking cut and in the hair that he had left, right? Yeah. So I knew he was lying to me. You know, I just didn't say that. You know, I just kind of cleaned him up, helped him out, and I think Kelly took him to the hospital and I went down to the bar. Yeah, man. Gotta have respect for the old people because there's a reason why we're here and they've
Mhm.
seen a hell of a lot more shit than we have.
Literally.
Just stupid asshole, I think.
What happened?
Midian said, who
Yeah.
all here is a fellow Canadian?
I'm up here in Ontario, Canada right now.
I don't know who's left in chat, but
Hi, Lisa.
There was like 8 people last time I checked. Oh, Lisa's back. Hello, Lisa.
Lisa back.
We got 7 peeps watching. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Thank you for tuning in, everyone.
Yep,
Hey,
yep.
Lisa.
Lisa,
Yeah.
you have a link if you'd like to come up.
I'm pretty sure that everybody's that's ever freaking worked on more than one car has hit their head on a hood latch.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's like a
I've had a hood come
No,
down.
you don't
on
even
me.
have to work on it for that.
Me
Just checking
too.
the oil.
it's like a rights, you know. It's,
Oh, Anomaly. I wasn't sure if you were still here or not. Anomaly's a Canadian.
Yeah, I met him through Tipsy and Trippy.
They're a couple cool guys, those guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was watching one of their streams there the other day.
Glad
In
they're,
more ways than one, Mike. In
Glad
more ways than one.
they're bringing their channel back to its roots.
Yeah, nice, man.
Das Roots.
Yeah, man.
Manitoba?
Where they
Okay,
belong.
right on. What about Midian?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Folks out in Manitoba.
The rest of us people on panel are from the States.
Yeah.
Different states. Well,
I
me,
know-
Jimmy, and Jules are from the same state.
Well, now Jules is.
We live in the same state.
We live in
Yeah,
the same
yeah,
state,
Jules
I
is
should
from
say.
There you
somewhere
go.
else. She's a
California.
I don't know. Can you call her a transplant? She's been transplanted. Yeah. Just like we
Transplant.
are. We're transplanted.
Mm.
He is a
Mike,
cheesehead, Kathy, just in
you
more
ain't-
ways than one.
Oh, cheesehead. Mike's
Don't
good
talk
shit.
about my mic like that.
So, Kathy's protecting me.
I love my little,
He's a sweetheart.
yeah. He brings joy to the panel when he's on.
Yes.
I love watching him tear it up with a good laugh too, but I also worry at the same time.
I
So,
still-
Jules,
He ran up here.
is your dog strewn across the back of the couch, or is that just its head peeking up on top of a blanket?
She is tail here, head here,
Okay.
and on top of Dad's laundry because he just threw it there. And she's sleeping on Dad's clothes, his clean ones. Mhm.
Tilly does the same thing. Thomas does it too, actually.
Oh yeah, Thomas has made my. I use a bookshelf for a dresser, and Thomas has made it a nest.
Yeah.
Any shelf, whichever one he feels like jumping on.
And it depends on where he is. If he's on my table, it's equal to where Jimmy's sweatshirts are. So he'll sleep on the sweatshirts. Sometimes he'll jump right up on top from my bureau and nestle in Jimmy's hunting box where his hunting clothes are.
They pick their favorite
Or
spots,
he'll
don't
be
they?
on the shirts. He'll be on the freaking the sweatpants.
He likes laying on top of my dress there,
Like, fucking.
Doris.
Yeah, he does. That's where he likes to go when I'm streaming,
Yes.
is up on that dresser. That's why he has a towel up there. And
Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Come, kitty, here, kitty, come, kitty. Right, Jerk? Bubbles does that one real
Smelly
good.
cat, smelly cat.
And like a lot of times he'll like where he is now, he's on the other side of my monitor. I think because of the heat coming off the fan.
There once was a cat with a hungry belly.
Wait, where you still got the window open in there?
No.
I'll be right back.
I don't know how the hell those guys keep a straight face when they're doing a bit, dude.
Practice.
Like some of the shit that they come up with is just like
I know, and
No
I
way.
thought that's how Bubbles really was in real life for the longest time until I seen him on Stropolophagus show, Stropolopoulos or whatever that. What's that dude's name from back in the day on Much Music TV?
You want me to take her out?
And John Stropolopoulos or something like that.
Going out?
Bubbles is a normal guy,
I
man.
will.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
He puts cotton in his cheeks and he got those glasses from the fucking Sally Ann.
Yeah, don't let the glasses fool you, dude. He's just
Yeah.
a dude.
Yeah, now he has to wear real glasses because of those glasses and
That,
shit.
that wouldn't surprise me. You're not supposed to wear somebody else's prescriptions, Ben.
Yeah.
That,
There's
that
gotta be the
bad
most-
juju.
Yeah, got to be the
Yeah.
most ugly glasses you ever seen too. Those ones, they're funny as fuck. Bubbles is the shit. You go back and revert to his porn star days, the episodes where Bubbles does the porn. Fucking hilarious. He's a Russian cop for fuck's sake.
Lord, Bubbles, porn, I mean, baffles the mind, I'm just saying. Oh, Lord.
Lordy.
Had an interesting stream tonight.
Catch meow.
Ricky still does a segment though, and he does it on YouTube. And it's called Getting Alert with Ricky. If anyone wants to YouTube that, look it up. Some pretty funny shit. It's
Mike
really
says-
funny stuff.
Mike says his brother looks like Bubbles, but no
does he?
glasses.
Bubbles is very fucking talented, man.
There's a kid in my school that used to have glasses like Bubbles. His name was
They
Adam.
call them Coke bottle glasses.
His
Yeah.
name was Adam. And that kid, he wore a sweatshirt. Like even in the summer, he would wear sweatshirts and sweaters and things because he was the scrawniest little toothpick. Like
Uh-huh.
he was like disgusting, sickly, skinny dude. Like
Like he
No.
never ate.
like how the fuck is that kid even alive?
Yeah.
Like then he wore the nastiest Coke bottle glasses that just bugged the fuck out.
Weighed more than his head, probably.
And he could barely grow any hair on his head. Like I don't know what was wrong with that kid. I don't know.
Malnourished.
Like
Mhm.
maybe the accurate question would be to ask what wasn't wrong with that kid.
Yeah.
You know, like I
Probably had tapeworm and all kinds of shit.
have no idea.
Malnourished. Parents
No-
probably
no
beat him
clue.
up.
Like I could not even stand to freaking like sit next to that kid at the lunch table. I was just like,
He was probably bullied by his brother, kind of like what Mike done to his brother. You know, punch him for pissing on his blanket
"If
on his
somebody
bed.
pissed on my freaking pillow. I'd
Yeah,
whack
you pissed on my bed. Smack.
What the fuck you supposed to do? Piss on my
Well, he
fucking
was-
bed.
Yeah, but his brother was sleepwalking. He didn't
Doesn't
know what he was.
matter. You knock some sense into him.
I'm sure he woke him up that way.
Yeah, I wake him up first and then I black his eye out.
Right?
I was so small in high school, my girlfriend used to carry me from the bus to the front door. It was cute. It's like fucking 4 foot something, 4'11" or something. Great night.
That's around Sheena's height.
Yeah, just knee high to a grasshopper.
She's
So
like
short.
4'10",
Yeah, so short.
4'8", something like that.
She got to reach up to tie her shoes and shit.
6'4" and weighing 99 pounds. Oh wow.
See,
That's a lanky fella.
Let me tell
Yeah.
you something, Jules. I
That was
had
like take their pants down and it looked like a zipper.
slender man.
I had a freaking girlfriend. She was 5'10", and weighed 120 pounds.
Mhm.
She was pretty skinny.
Good.
Yeah.
Skinny.
Yeah.
That's like almost
She was not
anorexic.
unattractive, and she wasn't bony. She was just skinny.
Just puny.
It's like, oh yeah, okay. 6'4", 99 pounds. Yeah, there's a kid named Sean in our neighborhood. He was like that.
Yeah. I think we all had one of those in our schools. Just all arms and legs.
No, in the
Not too
school,
much.
there was like a bunch of those kids.
That was Mary
But-
Ann Rafferty.
In the neighborhood, there was one guy. His name was Sean. He was a ginger. So
That was
Are we
Mary
allowed to
Ann.
say that? Are we allowed to say that?
That's racist. That's so prejudiced and sexist with a cherry on top.
Once upon a time, I would have been considered a ginger too. My hair got darker as I get older.
You are
Well,
ginger.
I
Just like
guess
Pug
the only way we're going to find out if you're a true ginger is take your pants down.
Oh, Dick, let's see your anal hairs, Drew.
At one point or another, every hair on my body has been red.
Uh-oh. Jimmy's hair.
Get that out of your ear.
I've seen it glow pink.
No, I make
in the
sure that I
light.
freaking keep my finger there so it doesn't go in too deep.
Too deep.
Oh,
That's what she said. Keep your
Not
finger there
Giuseppe.
so it doesn't go so deep.
Mona Mia, Mona Mia. Oh, get
If
that out
it's
of your
bigger
ear. It's
than
driving
your
me
what? It doesn't belong in your ear.
elbow.
Do not put
That's
foreign
right.
That's the only-
objects.
That's the only
In
thing
your
you're allowed
ear.
to put in your ear is an elbow.
Well, I like to bite my ear sometimes.
You watch too many commercials.
Hi, Bubbles.
You gotta get it when it's not looking.
What?
I never liked it when I'd see people clean. My dad used to take his car keys and clean his ears with it.
Because they're nice and scratchy.
Yeah, my dad always used the car keys.
Perforated.
I have really bad psoriasis, so
Yeah, I do too. But also, I went to the ear specialist,
I have it in my ears.
ear drops to put in, and it really does work.
I don't always have it in my ears. Only once in a while.
I hate it when you get a pimple or a zit in your fucking ear. One of those ones that hurt so you can't
Ouch.
even fuck. Yeah, fuck it.
I don't have cystic acne.
Ugh.
No foreign objects go in my ear. I'm wicked prone to ear infections. So
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. So
I had swimmer's ear in both ears
Q-tips
at the
only.
same time. Oh my
you know,
god.
I'll use. I usually just use a liquid wash. You know, like a peroxide type thing.
Do you
Really,
have
you
trouble in humid weather?
Really
Jimmy?
shouldn't use peroxide in your ears either. But that was an old.
That's the.
It's
The, it's mixed in with
wax
other
removal
shit.
stuff. The kit.
Oh.
Yeah, it's mixed.
But
It's watered
I
down.
know that. Right. I know
Yeah.
years ago that's what they would use is just
Yeah, just straight
peroxide.
peroxide. You don't want
Years
Yeah,
ago,
and
they
it
used to
was
put a cone and light the end of it. A
Yeah,
cone
ear
of paper.
candle. Yeah.
a candle. Yeah.
the candle. Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
supposed
and
to
it would
draw
take
it.
all the moisture out, right?
It literally, like you open the top,
No,
the
they're
bottom of
melting the
that.
wax.
Yeah. You open the bottom of that candle and it'll be full of earwax. It's fucking disgusting, man. I've seen
Yeah.
my grandma used to do that to us when we were little. And we would have to lay there and just watch TV, man. And that fucking ear candle. And it sounds like wind. It sounds like Russian wind because it creates a suction.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden you'll hear like that. And that's a piece of wax being sucked out into the fucking candle, man. It's
Yeah.
nasty. You open that shit up, man. You get like a big piece in there sometimes, like a big piece of bubble gum.
when I was a little kid, I used to have to go to the doctor and get treatments because the freaking I got such bad earaches and ear infections and shit. They had to stick this thing in my ear that would put water, like a warm water jet with
Yeah.
soap in the shit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I've done
They
that.
still use stuff
Crazy
like
noises,
that.
dude.
I
And then
have one.
freaking- they showed me the freaking the water afterward, and it was
Disgusting.
Huh?
oh,
Disgusting.
Yeah.
and there was some things in there that I didn't think it could even fit through my ear canal. Like, holy
Uh-huh.
crap. So anyway, just saying, it was
Huh?
yeah.
I'm with
When
you.
you're a little kid and you see something like that, you're like, why is there so much peanut butter?
That's
That's
messy.
Huh?
Yeah.
It got halfway through my daughter's year, my youngest, when she freaked out to the extent where we couldn't hold her down safely enough. The other year never got done. But we had to go home and do it at home with the DeBrock stuff, but that was not good.
Until you go back to bed.
You know, we use the ironing board thing that they have for the children that they strap them in on the. It looks like an ironing board in the hospital. That we had to put my son on one of those one time. He's having problems. He needed stitches.
Yeah, my son wasn't happy when he had to get stitches, and I told him, it's your fault for taking your shoes off and going in the river. Mama told you not to do that.
I've done that. I got freaking fish hooks in my feet and stuff.
Yeah, he had to have stitches in the bottom of his heel about an inch long.
Yeah.
It
I
was a
get
pretty
used to
deep
getting
cut.
stitches. By the time I was about 12, I was pretty well used to getting stitches.
He's the
That's-
only one out of my kids that ever had to get stitches.
I stitched myself up so my parents didn't find out. Just wear long sleeve shirts and jackets until it heals up.
Well, I never actually sewed myself up. No.
They always get infected.
Duct tape and, you know.
Duct tape, yeah, that too, yeah.
Crazy
Duct
glue
tape.
works good.
You
Get a
know,
hell of a
paper
scar
towel
though.
and some duct tape. Done a lot of that. But I've been stitched up many times. Many times.
We used to
Lichen
use
coming out of my
crazy glue.
ears. No, Mike, not lichen. You dork.
Yeah, I had my ears cleaned like that one time too, jerk, and it stung like a motherfucker. And they were putting that solution through my ears.
Dude.
Man.
Not pleasant. Not freaking
It's not.
pleasant.
I'd rather take the ear candle any day.
Ain't
Hello,
I
Anna.
I
crazy?
never had that. I wanted to try it.
It's pretty cool, but the wind noise can be overwhelming sometimes.
I thought it kind of felt.
Dude, I already have
it's-
tinnitus. What do you want to talk about freaking noises in the ear?
Well, when you do the like a marine earwax removal with the, you know, with the freaking
Solution.
the pure, yeah, the freaking. Anyway, when you put it in your ear, it bubbles like freaking. It's almost like
Yeah.
boiling water. So you want to plug. You want to plug one ear. You want to plug one ear and freaking let that stuff just
Yeah,
bubble.
yeah.
It's real peaceful. You just lay
Yeah,
there
yeah.
and let it do it.
I can
Freaking.
imagine. You hear little crackling noises.
Yeah. It's like snap, crackle, plop. It's very soothing.
Midian said, I watched my cousin use some fire candle on his wife's ear and I started yelling, it's gotta be Kane.
You know, with the candle though, you hear like a rushing wind almost. And then you'll hear a sucking noise. You'll hear like a chunk of wax come out or whatever. Almost like the vacuum
yeah.
at the dentist.
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
like when you unclog a vacuum.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. And like what Jimmy was saying about the other one, it's soothing. Like you could almost fall asleep to it, but you can't because you got this fucking 2-foot candle in your ear burning. And the ashes, there's a tray, a catcher tray at the bottom.
Yeah.
The ashes catch on it. It was pretty cool, man. But it was nasty. She'd be like, you motherfuckers gotta clean your ears better. You need to come and look at the, you see this? This is why you need to clean your ears better. She'd be yelling. Fucking whole big wad of bubble gum pretty much in there.
Well, now, like the kids are having issues because of the earbuds.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
the doctor told my daughter, because she got an ear infection, that
Yeah,
it
me
was the
too,
wax
that's
buildup,
me.
you know, and They
Yeah.
said you need to stop pushing those things in your ears all the time.
And
Yeah,
quit
'cause
sharing them.
You're
Wax
pushing
it
the
in there.
wax in, exactly.
Yeah, it pushes the wax in, and these kids nowadays are sharing earbuds too, right? They'll have one earbud in, and the
Yeah.
other one will have the other earbud, and just passing that shit around. I'll be right back, Kelly. Would like in.
I had earbuds before they called them earbuds, and it was like this big, goofy looking thing with a wire, and you.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That thing kind of hurt because I was a little kid trying to use it, and freaking it's made for an adult ear. So I'm like, a lot of the time it didn't even fit because it was too big. I'm like, nope. I tried.
Yep. It's also why I don't like hearing aids, man. It just freaking ain't.
Huh?
Uh-huh.
Well, nowadays you could go and get freaking fit for a miracle ear. They freaking
I've had them.
they do a mold of your ear.
Yeah, I've had them. They're still uncomfortable. I've had them. I've had the ones you can't even see. You won't even know it's in there.
You know, it's in there if you feel it. It hurts.
Oh, it doesn't. You get used to them real quick once you start using them. But what's hard to get used to is actually hearing everything.
A friend of mine, he couldn't get the miracle ear thing. He tried, and he had to use a certain type of hearing aid. Anyway, freaking once in a while you'd hear. I'm like, oh, dude,
Yeah, you mean the over-the-air ones?
and freaking, he'd be like instantly like
Uh-huh.
turning it down because he's.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
"Ooh."
It's
Yeah.
battery.
What's that
Batteries.
feedback, bro? He's like, oh.
Uh-huh. That's how you check the batteries in the ones that go in
Kelly.
your ear. The miracle ear ones. You cup it in your hand, and it'll make the noise.
Oh, okay.
That's how you know if the battery's working or
I'm
not.
having flashbacks, people, of the hearing aid batteries.
Right.
Uh-huh. Well, Doris and I knew what size you were talking about. So she's well aware of them.
Yeah, me too.
She's gotten a phone call fucking on the way home from work. Hey, can you get me a hearing aid battery?
Yeah. Now, fuck you. Like Chuck used to buy boxes of them from Amazon,
Right?
and he would have like 100 hearing aid batteries in a box.
Yeah, in that room, and 100 in that
Be careful
room.
with the silver cell ones. They tend to burst if you don't use them right away.
Yeah.
Not sorry.
Yeah.
I bought from China because I only needed a few of them.
Yeah.
The watch batteries, right? And they were all silver cell, and there was like 50 of them in the pack, and I'm like, I don't need 50, but that's the only way I could get that size. So I'm like,
Yeah.
whatever. And it was only like a couple of bucks, so I bought them, and I'm like, wow, I have these forever. Nope. They lasted like 6 months, and then they started to freaking burst and leak, and I'm like, they're still stuck to the freaking to the plastic, and I'm like, because there's like sticky on one side. I'm like, yeah, okay, these are gonna go in the trash.
Yeah.
And I'm crazy in the house. Midion's still in the house. Wicked Insanity is still rocking. Right on. Got Hot Rod.
So I am
Hot Rod should be done. Jimmy, there is no sodas here either.
playing with some bud.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and this show doesn't count, man. Like,
I know.
it's just.
That's why I'm playing with my bud.
I'd like to see Jimmy come up with like a moto or a biker report.
Well,
Yeah.
I was gonna say Anomaly suggested a garage report.
Yeah. That's where it's gonna end. It's the only other thing I got. So
Well, and the way I look at that too is it might entice you to start doing things out there too
oh,
as
I've
well.
been
A
out there.
bit more.
Trust me, my man.
Well, I know you have, but
Trust me.
I want to see that Reaper chopper get done. Man.
Yeah. It's in the works, dude. You know.
I know it
Show
is.
you. You know. You want to see. You want to see progress.
Yeah, if the jackass that's making
I'll
your
show you
freaking
progress. Just to show
directionals
you.
and just get off his ass and finish it.
No, no, no. There's more. There's more to it. There's more to it, man. But I'll tell you, we got manufactured parts.
Oh,
Okay.
there you go.
Okay.
Okay.
That's pretty cool looking.
What's
bracket.
that gonna be?
I don't know. It's a bracket, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, to hold a light or
There's
a.
a bracket. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Or
I
Jimmy,
don't know. I don't know.
you
It's
could
holding
always
something.
make your fishes.
Yeah.
I've been working on the fishes. Didn't we just box 2 fishes?
Yes, and that's what I'm
ship 'em out?
saying. That could be some.
Yeah.
That could be an idea.
Maybe
I have plenty of ideas, woman.
come up with some new fish designs
Trying
too.
to film it too. You know.
Yeah. I know you got it. You'll
Yeah.
be all right. Like I got to come up with another show to replace
The bar. Yeah, you're freaking.
the grow show,
Yeah.
right? So I'm kind of in the same boat you are as far as that's concerned. But I just want to take these bigger steps like this too, right?
How about
Which
the?
is understandable.
I have an idea for a segment of programming that you could fill it with. How about the buy Captain Jerk's skulls before he punches you in the eye segment?
You can call it whatever the fuck you want, man.
I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
No, I'm not. You like, yeah, that's awesome. But I'm looking forward to these 2 topics every show that we're gonna get, and I want to see how that works out. You know, because you're like the king of fucking Google and shit. You know, we can just sit here and learn about these 2 topics with the panel and the chat at the same time, taking everyone's input. And then by the end of the year, hopefully, at least one person can figure out and make a guess on who this mystery guest or mystery reporter is. Super freaky.
Are they going to talk?
No, no one is ever going to see or meet or hear them. It's going to be quite unique. I just thought it was cool to give my show to a bunch of people that don't even watch YouTube just to hear what they say. And like these people don't even have a fucking YouTube account. They're saying the same things other people were, as far as suggestions and things like that go. They were saying the same things of people who have been on YouTube for years and years, right? So it was, I kind of knew it held merit, and it was okay. Maybe we can work on this, right? But the thing that they all had in common is they all said, but like on both sides of the spectrum, they all said that this show has potential, and it has a lot of potential, but we need to add to it and we need to take from it, which meant changing a few things, right? And the only way to add fully is to make it for everybody, right?
Well,
except for kids. I'm not saying it's
necessarily.
for kids.
Doesn't have to be for everybody.
Well, for me to
I mean,
have
yeah.
what I want to, for me to do what I want to do here and try and get things to where I want it and have this spot, like they're not going to do it. They won't, implement certain things and help me out with certain things. And
I wouldn't be too concerned about,
anything until you build it.
super freaking appropriate stuff, because
well,
there's a freaking show There's a channel on YouTube. It's called Good Mythical Morning.
I think I've heard of it.
It's the two hosts are Rhett and Link. Okay, and they're not profane, and but they're not necessarily the most appropriate all the time.
Mhm.
There's a lot. There is some.
Right.
There's some innuendo, and it actually gets pretty risque from time
Yeah.
to time.
Oh, we can talk how we want and stuff. That's not what I'm saying. Like, we
But
can,
but I'll tell you this. They show these freaking the episodes of that show in classrooms.
Mhm,
Okay,
mhm.
a lot of classrooms across America actually freaking show this
Yeah.
freaking show. And
Yeah,
it's
we're
like,
gonna be able to talk and stuff how we want. I'm just saying we're gonna cut the drugs out of it, like out of my channel completely, right? The marijuana is, I'm done with it. I don't even want to advertise my shit anymore. What I got going on here and shit, right? So
they'll have a grow channel.
thinking about it, but I don't
Right.
really want to start because I'm just sick of YouTube deleting my fucking other channels, right? So it's like, and if it's not YouTube, it's Google
Okay.
deleting my Google account.
Instead
For
of
that.
using that one channel to freaking like, do all your trolling as well, just use it for your biz.
I don't even have them anymore. They're all gone.
Uh-huh.
Google took like 2 of them, and YouTube took 3 of them. Google shut the fucking shit right down on those accounts. They were like, "Fuck you! You're not allowed here anymore. See you later."
Bro, do you even vape?
Oh man, TV. It was pretty crazy, jerk. I couldn't believe that they took down the U Dizzy fan club account. That one kind of broke my heart a little bit.
Okay, somebody might have tattled on it.
Well, there like wasn't even bullshit on it. There's videos for you Dizzy when he sent me the mail and things like that were on it, man. And some playlists and shit like that. Like, it was one of my older accounts that I had for fucking ever. I just changed the name on it, right?
I had 3 accounts for a long time. I
Yeah.
deleted one of them over a year ago.
Okay. What happened to the other one? You still have it? You're just running 2 now, right?
I have my regular freaking like channel that is my name, and then I have my branding channel, which is Captain Jerk.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know that, but I've been saying that this whole time.
Well, I know that. It's
not
just
my
I
regular.
didn't.
That's not my freaking main channel. This is a branding channel.
Mm-hmm.
But this is where I have over 1,400 videos.
Yeah.
My regular name channel is the main channel of my account. I had another branding channel. Like I said, I deleted that one a long time ago. Just saying. But I've known Jimmy long enough where he actually freaking knows that I had a 3rd channel, don't you, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Well, we used to troll each other on other accounts, me and you, years ago on Pug's channel.
From time to time.
Oh, we're starting to find out more about this Captain Jerk.
Hey, Captain Jerk and I go way back to 19 Fish and Chips. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh,
Yeah. We like to Japanese ogre mask people with 2 men holding hands. And
mhm. I thought those were little horns coming out of the top of his head.
yeah,
Oh,
we
you just
fucked
spotted
that
them
Chad
now,
up.
Kathy?
What'd you
fucked
say,
that Chad.
McRib?
You just spotted those horns now?
No, I've seen them, but now I'm understanding
Oh,
why.
oh, they full of bull.
Oh, dick jerk. It's awesome that Blake lets us do that in his chat, though.
Iron Man, what the hell is up, buddy?
Yo!
Oh, what
Awesome.
Yo,
Hell,
let me
hell.
send you a link too,
Oh,
man.
look at
You got
that.
a link, Iron Man?
Look, Crystal. Say hi, Iron Man. Hi. Hi. It's Crystal.
Hi.
What's she sitting over there doing?
2
So
years in a
quiet.
row, Iron Man actually came down from Canada to freaking Disney's place.
Yeah,
Why
did
not?
too.
man? Why not?
Hell yeah, Midian. You know it, man. You go over to Blake's channel, you get a freaking
Not
use
sleep
Wayback
alone,
Machine, don't you
yeah.
know?
Captain introduced me to that crowd.
Which
That
crowd's
Blake
that?
one?
Or actually, that was Jet Wash, rather.
All power napping, eh?
Oh, Studio 17.
Yeah.
Those some crazy motherfuckers over there, dude. I don't even type
Bender
in that
boys.
chat. You ever want to fuck someone up on the internet, though? Those are the guys to go to. So you know they'll be fucking with you the whole time they're fucking with the person you want them to fuck with.
Oh, yeah, you know.
Yo, Iron Man, I
As long
sent
as they
you
keep
a
it civil, it's all
link.
cool. Yeah.
Oh, they keep it cool and civil, but it's
Yeah.
more along the lines of letting you know, okay, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
when you see them fucking with you in like a simple way that makes you go, what the fuck for a minute? And then you remember, oh yeah, holy shit, really? You know,
Yeah.
like that's
I've
how it
seen-
was.
I seen
First
their
time.
representative. He was over the other day.
Was it?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Without a doubt.
Blake's good shit, man.
You didn't
Yep.
see the IPC.
ICP.
ICP, yeah.
Yeah. Huh?
Yes, he's a juggalo of a
And he's
ICP.
a high ranking juggalo
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Animal hospital dude. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I said IPC Animal Hospital or whatever that dude, you know? You know he's from that
Oh,
neighborhood.
that guy. IPC. Okay. I
Yeah.
thought you were talking about
He's over here.
you're talking about Blake.
No.
And like
Oh yeah, we're talking about straight up juggalos.
He's
Those-
Yeah, he's talking about
joker that-
ICP, Jimmy. You're
Yeah,
talking
the-
about IPC.
okay.
No,
I understand now. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you.
ICP stands for the Insane Clown Posse.
Yeah, well, there
Yeah.
was IPC.
Yeah, that guy.
Animal Hospital or some shit like that.
Yeah.
That dude.
What was that guy saying when he was here that
No,
day?
he was cool. He was just. He was
Oh,
just
yeah, he didn't
being
say
an
anything
animal
bad.
dude, you know.
Yeah.
He was cool.
Hey,
he was having-
I respect everyone's opinion
He-
in my chat, and
He was
just-
having fun with it, and
it's when they get rude and disrespectful when
Yeah,
I
he wasn't
start having
rude.
problems. And no, yeah,
he
I
was just
agree.
like,
He was
"Have you ever thought of not eating beef?" You know?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
trying to be like the A&W guy
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
commercial, right? It's like,
Yeah, you know.
yeah, I was actually attacked one time by a group of vegans on YouTube. It was quite pleasant. It was quite the experience. Jesus Christ. Man, these motherfuckers sent like 5,000 death threats by phone to this one little girl and her family because she harvested her first deer. Okay, like there was people that went to jail over it and everything. And they fucking got on to
Happens.
me. Yeah, it does happen. They got on to me about shit, and I was like, "Fuck you! I'm making one response video, and after that, you guys can eat a dick." And I made my response video, bring it up, nothing but facts and points. You guys, they go on about all the factory farming and this and that. Well, soy farming is responsible for over 90% of the destruction of the rainforest in the Amazon at the current moment. You know what I mean? Because they want to make tofu for vegetarians and vegans, right? So yeah, they're just as fucking guilty, man. They're factory farmers too, right? All the textiles and shit for vegan clothes that are made in places like Thailand and stuff, man.
India.
Yeah, there's no rules and regulations over there. All those chemicals and stuff, they're just dumped right into the rivers
Dude,
and stuff.
There are nets. Okay, in China, the
Mhm.
factories, some of them have nets underneath the windows.
Uh,
If they didn't, the people would freaking that
Commit
work in the
suicide,
factories
yeah.
would jump out the fucking window trying to commit suicide.
Yeah. Over there, it's like the
Not
gold
kidding.
rush days, man. They get currency that's only good at the fucking company
Where is
they
that
work
at,
for.
Cap?
In China.
China,
Oh,
yeah.
And China's nuts.
They got factories over there in China the size of fucking half of New York. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
factory
Oh.
and
complexes.
people lined up to get the new job. that
Yeah.
don't- You know,
Well, they're forced to work there
when people
most of the
die.
time,
you know?
but
I can
Jerk's
do
right.
that.
They got suicide nets inside and outside the factories because they're multi-story factories, right? Most of the time in the middle, you can look right down to the first floor. And they had to start putting nets up because people were killing themselves. They're getting paid money that was only good at the company stores and stuff
the
like
XP,
that. Like, yeah, they were pretty much trapped there. Like there was no way out, no way to progress, right? It's pretty fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
Nike was one of those factories. That's why they got exposed, was because of those suicide nets, to be honest with you. Yeah. They were getting pairs of shoes made for less than $1 American.
If it was up to me, you would have been over in India sewing soccer balls when you were 4 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Look at the Adidas shoe, the vegan shoe called the Bullet. I think it's made by Adidas. Could be, yeah, it's Adidas or New Balance, but I'm pretty sure it's Adidas. And they're made by companies that just dump their chemicals right into the rivers, man. You know, they got children working in these chemicals and all kinds of shit. It's fucking crazy over there. But that's these
You ever see
companies,
that?
right?
Did you ever watch Futurama?
Sometimes off and on, yeah.
There's an episode where they freaking what do you call it? They went to this planet and there's a bunch of scrap metal around and the freaking they had the little kids freaking like going through the freaking burnt remnants of a ship. Come on, kids, find the shiny.
Yeah.
It's like, holy fuck.
Well, they do that in places especially when electric cars first started coming out, the cobalt mines and the lithium mines and shit like that. They're sending kids down in these fucking mines and shit.
Hey,
it's pretty crazy.
now that we're talking about some of the most heinous work conditions on the planet, let's talk about ship breaking.
Ship breaking?
You ever see any videos about ship breaking?
No.
Watch them. They're crazy. Crazy, insane, freaking nut style freaking shit. Unreal, dude. It'll blow your mind.
What are they doing? Like dismantling ships or something?
Yeah. You know, like like some of the ships on this planet are freaking massive, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, when they break a ship, they over in like Bangladesh, okay?
Oh, I've seen those videos.
They run it aground. It's already been gutted to the max, right?
Yeah.
So there's nothing freaking powering it. So they're like pushing it and pulling it to freaking get it to run aground as fast as they can get it going. So it'll freaking come up on the shore. And like there are people like standing like as close as possible to the ship. It's like, you want to run the fuck over by a boat?
And they dismantle it right there on the spot, right down to nothing.
Right there on the shore, they start freaking cutting it up. Dude, when inside, the ships are so big, they're so tall inside that freaking, it's like 10 stories from the deck to the freaking keel, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah. They got these like 40-foot cutting torches, some of those dudes, man, these huge long cutting torches to reach way up, man.
Yeah.
Just craziness.
They're crazy freaking nuts, dude.
And they're all in bare feet. They're all in bare feet doing this shit.
Or like those little freaking like clapped out sandals.
Yeah. You know what I think?
Told you, man, all these safety rules fucking.
Yeah. Well,
just
over there, accident rates.
That's the third world, bud. That's the third world.
You know, no, it just makes you a bunch of pussies.
Rather keep my feet.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm saying that's what it is.
Well, it's because
the third world.
they're not a bunch of pussies.
Then there's these dudes you
You're
see
not
them
gonna find
on.
any pussies in Bangladesh. No,
no.
So I'm getting that, man.
But
Yeah.
you see those youngins on the dirt bikes and stuff like that, doing the catwalks and shit. And they're all in fucking Crocs and sandals and stuff like that.
We'll see.
50 mile an hour down the runway, man, doing a catwalk in sandals or flip flops. Shit is crazy. Cool as fuck though. Some of those dudes, well, some of them are just little kids, man. They're like 5 and 6 years old doing wheelies for miles and miles.
Yeah.
He's wearing sandals.
I've seen.
Like,
Yeah.
holy shit.
Okay.
What
I've
happens
seen
when you
motorcycles that they have over there?
live
where-
in the sand, you know?
They have to wheelie like to start
Yeah.
because they don't have a front wheel.
Oh, I'm talking about in North America too. Some of those videos you see where they're stunting. You know what I mean? These kids got sandals on and stuff. Same with the older dudes. They all in
Yeah.
Crocs and stuff like that.
Oh, do you remember years ago on YouTube? She was a freaking sensation. I don't remember her name, but she was like, I don't know, like 13 or 14 years old, and she was riding a big yellow quad, and she was doing all these crazy freaking stunts on the damn thing, dude. She had long blonde hair. She was really pretty, but she was only like 12 years old, 13 maybe.
I don't remember that one.
She was doing all these crazy freaking stunts on this quad. Low speed. You know, most of it was like low speed stuff, and she just flipping and flopping around and stuff. It was really cool. But it's a really old video. This is like a decade ago.
Yeah. I seen that Vietnamese girl on roller skates that could limbo under like 20 parked cars in a row on the roller skates. She limbos on these roller skates and just goes underneath all these fucking cars.
Yeah,
And
when
they're
you,
only like 6 inches off the ground.
yeah, when you weigh 40 pounds and
Yeah.
it's a
I was
freaking
like,
piece
am
of
I
rebar,
tripping
it's
out?
easy to do.
Had to make sure she wasn't climbing at first, so you know what I mean.
All right, so all I can do is ask myself, where are the mothers? Where are the mothers of these children?
Counting
Yeah,
the
no
dollars
doubt.
after they're
At
done.
work.
Well, a lot of times in these videos that I'm talking about, these kids on the dirt bikes and sandals, their parents are right there with them, but they're not doing it in the streets anymore. They'll do like a weekend at dad's work at his factory. The complex will let them use the parking lot for the weekend to run their dirt bikes around. So you see these videos with them doing that, and they just roll around the parking lot doing wheelies and shit, but they're all in fucking flip-flops and bare feet. You know what I mean? Doing these huge catwalks, flipping, fucking doing, all these signals and signs and shit like that and tricks off the seat. And it's just nuts. I can't believe it. I think it's like super cool and all, but boy, if you fall, like they're doing a catwalk at 50 mile an hour too, right? Like if they fall, they're peeling that foot right the fuck off. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's just crazy. They ain't scared.
crazy.
Well, not crazy in that sense, but it's
Come on,
crazy.
man.
I think it's cool, to be honest with you. I think.
Come on, man, you remember skating? Like the extreme freaking skateboarding from freaking 80s and 90s, bro?
Yeah, it was
In
kind
the
of
early
extreme.
2000s? Come on. Come on.
Yeah. The way they used to overshoot that half pipe, man, like right in the fucking middle of it, dude. Splat. Fuck. Yeah. Same with on the bikes. Big ass
Yeah,
face. plant.
Hoffman. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
So
Wow,
fucking
dude.
cool. Yeah.
Oh
Man.
man.
Does the trick successful and then fucks himself up showing off. That, oh my God.
Dude, Hoffman was nuts, dude.
He was good though. But that's
I
what
tell
it
you,
takes,
dude,
right?
Generation X
Fearless.
might have a lack of better judgment, but I think they had more fun.
Oh, for sure they did. You
Just
should have
saying.
seen Steve-O go to the Gathering of the Juggalos this year.
Did he really?
Oh, fucking right, he did. He showed his butthole on stage and everything, dude. It was fucking hilarious. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if that guy didn't have a butthole anymore.
I would be perfectly fine going the rest of my life not having to see that. That would be awesome.
Well, the crowd was chanting it. Show us your butthole, you fucking idiot.
That's the juggler thing. Show me your butthole. Whatever, dude. you
Yeah.
know?
Set his head on fire to bring in ICP for their music. It was pretty badass. And then as his head was on fire, his assistant behind him blew alcohol on his hair, so it made this big, huge mushroom flame right off the top of his head. Steve was a fucking manimal, dude. And not only did he do all that jerk, but he got the Hatchet Man tattooed onto his forearm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
Fucking Steve-O, dude. Oh
He's
word.
an official juggalo now.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
But you wouldn't ever see me at a gathering of the juggalos. I tell you right now, I would get eaten alive so fucking fast it wouldn't be
What are you
funny.
talking about?
I couldn't handle that jerk. I couldn't do it, man. Because I don't get fucked up on the heavy drugs anymore, right? And you gotta be fucking at least shrooming at that place just to get along. You know what I mean? Like
What's
just
wrong with Shroomin?
I can't do them anymore. My body
Just hit the
rejects them.
fucking bong, man.
No, it's not the same. It's not the same.
Oh, I ain't never been, so
Oh, those places are fucking crazy, Jimmy. Like I wouldn't take you there. You know what I mean? I just wouldn't take you there. Juggalos are cool. I got a lot of favorite people that are fucking juggalos, but
yeah.
I know myself, I could not handle myself. I'd get my ass kicked, man. You know what I mean? I couldn't handle those kind of parties, dude. You know, like I've never considered myself a juggalo. I don't know a whole lot about ICP to begin with, but they all call me a juggalo because I'm kind of like family to Blake and shit and yada yada
There's
yada.
nothing
Right?
to it, dude. Just go get yourself a random freaking album
Yeah.
and just have an open
Fag.
mind. That's
Drink.
all.
Yeah. That's what being a juggalo is all about, is the freedom aspect of it and not giving a fuck.
I'm not kidding. To freaking figure out ICP in any of their music, grab a random ICP album and just have an open mind and freaking let it flow, dude.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
And that's the thing about the gathering. I don't know if I can honestly
Perfect.
be that
The
open-minded.
perfect album to start with, I have to admit, would be The Great Malenko. Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's irreverent, it's funny, and it's all about some
I've
fucking
heard that
shit.
about
Right?
that album. Yeah.
Huh?
I've heard that about that album. Probably the best one.
It's a worthy listen if you're willing to freaking if you're willing to let it happen. All right.
And I think it's cool how long they've been around and still doing their thing.
Since the 80s.
Yeah. With the Onyx. They used to have a thing going on with Onyx back in the 80s, didn't they?
I dropped my pen. God damn it.
Where has Hog been lately?
I haven't seen Hog hide or hair
In a
of
month.
Hog in
Haven't
quite some
yet.
time.
I haven't seen him.
I've seen him like once or twice since I started coming back around, and that's it. What's the matter, Hog? Do I fucking stink or something?
Eh.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. He just all of a sudden gone, disappeared. Haven't seen him in a couple months.
I don't know. I know
think.
he's been around. I mean, not recently, but I know last time he came around, he had some personal shit going on.
Shit.
So
I actually think the last time I seen him was in the not my last stream, the stream before that.
Yep. I don't know.
yeah, I know he was telling somebody, I think he was on someone's panel and said like he was getting separated, and
Oh, that sucks.
so
That sucks big time. Iron Man, I sent you a link. You want to come up or whatever? Yeah, Nala's a year old now.
no.
Cool.
She hurt herself yesterday. She got a sore shoulder yesterday. Woke
Oh,
up, she was kind of fine today, but after the walk I took her on, I noticed she had a slight limp again. I thought it might have been her nails were too long or something yesterday, so I trimmed them, and nope, she still had a slight limp on her right leg.
yeah. Sometimes they pull something. Tilly will do that and she'll limp for like a day or two and then she'll be fine.
Unless you make us think about it.
Yeah. Almost like a little kid. If you pay too much attention to it or baby her too much, she'll
Nala, when she's in trouble, she'll lift her paw like it's her.
yeah.
Sit there with
Tilly
her
does
head
the same
down, ears
thing.
back yet.
Yeah,
Don't give me trouble, I'm hurt.
it's a doggy tactic for sure.
Kelly needs me
Alright.
help. I'll be right back.
I'm probably gonna jump down, Jet Wash. Thank you for having
Okay,
me.
Doris, thank you for coming up.
Later,
That
Doris.
That
Appreciate
means
it.
you're definitely
Bye.
gonna take step down.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
definitely
be
gonna
right back.
Not probably.
Well, I wanted to let him know just in case I was gone when he came
Right,
back.
Doris.
Oh,
So, because I don't know how long he'll be gone.
okay. I see. Uh,
Mhm.
Yeah,
you working
Doris.
tomorrow?
Bye, Kathy.
Night,
What, Jimmy?
Kathy. Are you working tomorrow?
No, but we have the doctor's appointment.
Oh, we get the doctor's appointment at
Yeah.
2.
Yeah,
Doctor at 2 means we gotta leave by 1.
yeah.
Up by noon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be
All
fun.
right, guys. I love you all. I'll see you later.
Later.
Bye, everybody. Mwah.
Yeah, that pretty much means I ain't long for this evening myself.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
well.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Oh, pardon. What do I call it? Early night tonight.
Yeah, it's looking like I'm just gonna wait for Jet to come back and something to that effect. Maybe hang out. I don't know, a little longer. I don't know.
We
How
all
long
would want to leave, and when he comes back, he'll see us gone.
Well, yeah. It's happened. Hell, I've walked away and come back and there'd be no one here. Oh. Ugh. Ugh.
Yeah. I just did that.
Yeah. See? I do think I'm gonna get up and go pee.
That shit's contagious. Knock it off.
Sorry. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get up and go pee, close the door. Or I should say close the window because it's getting brisk in here. Yeah. And here she is. So I'll be right back.
Okay.
We talk so fast. Now we don't have nothing to say.
It's freaking bushed.
Yeah, me too.
You know how many years? You know, it took me like 3 years for me to be able to freaking start to yawn normally again after my neck froze solid.
I bet.
It took me years to learn how to yawn again.
No, and to think that we take those little things, for granted that it's just a yawn.
Yeah, like shaking your head no or
Yeah.
nothing. I can approximate those things, but it's like me just like kind of wagging my body back and forth or leaning forward and backward. That's it. That's as good as it's gonna get.
Jam back. Oh shit, he left you alone. Saying
Damn.
goodnight to Doris.
All right, I'm yawning like every freaking minute or so. I gotta go.
All right. You have a good night, Jerk, and thank you for coming up.
Thank you for having me.
Night, Captain.
You're always
Thanks, Joe
welcome.
Wash. Jimmy, if you can hear me. Jules,
Night.
Kathy,
Right.
everybody in the chat. Have a great night. I gotta go.
Hey, Jerk.
Hey, contact me at freaking Hangouts.
Yep,
All right, later.
will do. Peace. Right on, right on. Hell yeah. So how's everyone doing still? How many people we still got here? Let's check that out. Oh, we got 7 people still watching. Right on. Thanks, guys. Right on.
The Magnificent Seven.
Yeah, 21 thumbs up. Awesome. You know, and that's how I know I got awesome people there. What are you taking off, Iron Man? I was probably saying bye to Doris. Iron Man's really good shit. He doesn't do much on his channel, but still go check him out, guys. He's got a lot of friends in common with me. He's also a fellow Canuck.
That's a little scary.
Iron Man's a good old fart. Got a nice bike. You still got your bike, Iron Man? Good old fart. Hell yeah.
Mm.
Hey, check out this Old Spice deodorant I got. It's called Alpine. It's got hemp seed oil in it.
Never cared for the Old Spice.
It's actually really nice. I never liked Old Spice either, but then I seen that on the shelf and I took a whiff and checked it out and whatnot. I was like, well, hell, I'm gonna try this shit out. And it's very nice. It's actually soothing when you wear it. It's got a soothing effect on your armpits there. Like not a cold effect or anything, but just I don't know. I can't explain it.
I would imagine I would want to walk around smelling like Old Spice.
It actually doesn't have that. I don't know. It's actually this more subtle part of Old Spice. Like it kind of reminds me of fuck, my granddad staying in the like my granddad's in the room somewhere, or it reminds me like my grandma just gave my granddad a hug, and you know what I mean, like, and then I gave my grandma a hug. You're muted, Jimmy. It just it's not the overpowering.
In other
Old
words,
Spice.
you can still smell the Old Spice.
You can a little bit, but it's
Yeah.
it's faint.
Yeah.
You can smell that hemp seed oil though. Big time. You can smell that.
Dude, it's the same thing with the what is that? I use the shit oil can freaking fucking Harry, I think it is. Oil
Okay.
can Henry.
Oh, I've never even heard of that stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
sure it's
freaking-
cool. Sounds cool.
It's a body spray, you know, freaking.
Okay.
But it smells like that stinky stuff that the barber used to use.
Uh,
No.
You know? Yeah, the stinky stuff that was on the comb.
Yeah, Midian, check it out. It's called Alpine. You want to get yourself some Old Spice Alpine, and it's not white. It's not the white stick. It's the clear blue stick.
like a gel.
Yeah.
A gel
it's-
stick.
Well, not like a gel stick or anything. It doesn't like go on super thick.
Right.
It's kind of like your traditional style deodorant, but
What do
like
you
it,
mean?
it doesn't burn my armpits or anything like that, like the Old Spice used to. That's why I used to get Old Spice when I was a kid for gym class, man, and that shit would crack my fucking armpits up and shit. Like I couldn't wear it ever. It's too harsh on my skin. Then I seen this stuff, man. Yeah, this stuff is awesome. It smells nice too, but it's a subtle smell. It's not like, I don't know. It's you'd have to pretty much have your nose and your armpit to smell it. You know what I mean? Like the person beside you at the restaurant isn't smelling it.
Yeah, but if you reach for the freaking
Salt and pepper.
yeah, if you're reaching for the shelf freaking at the supermarket
Over
for
top
the
of
old
their head,
lady,
yeah, they might
yeah,
smell
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
she's not going to be offended.
No, definitely no. By all means.
Now that would be a nice commercial,
Yeah.
McRib.
There you go.
She's
Well,
not offended.
That's when your freaking deodorant's supposed to work.
Yeah, can you imagine that as a commercial? You
Look
should
at
sell
that
that.
old, yeah. Look at the Old Spice commercial right now, Kathy. Okay, your mother-in-law's gotta go, but she's family. She's using my robe and my body wash.
Oh yeah, I seen that one.
And then
Yeah,
it zooms out and he's wearing
Yeah.
her robe and shit.
Yeah.
It's funny as fuck. I love that commercial. Those guys are awesome. Those actors there. And then there's
what
the
did
other
Iron
act.
Man say? I have old spicy farts.
Yeah. You know what, Kathy? You and Iron Man and his better half, you'd get along just good.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. Iron he's a good guy. Old school guy.
Mm.
Likes to have a loud wrist. Heck yeah. So what's your plans for the week, guys?
Oh, don't start it. You
Wait,
know what?
sorry.
They're gonna be getting a sledgehammer to knock my wall down. Remember?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was supposed to happen today, but they didn't get around.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing special.
And I got
going on
myself
here
all
lately.
mentally prepared for it. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I get myself all mentally prepared for them to come and knock a wall. Well, actually, it's not the whole wall, but you're gonna add a door
Yeah.
to the and
Was
so
it
I
a
can go
concrete
In
into
other
the
words,
wall?
they gotta cut a hole in the wall. Or they
yeah,
yeah.
they're gonna make a. But when they built this, they should have. I told them they should have put a door on it anyway,
Yeah.
but they didn't. So now they set their days to have a vacation to do it. Well, I figured Monday, well, today, that they would do it. So I get myself all mentally prepared for the mess and the noise, and
Yeah.
then they don't do it.
Yeah.
They'll come and do it when you don't want them to.
Well, they're going to do it Wednesday.
Okay.
Well, they took vacation, so they're going to have to get it done before it's over.
Right.
We always used to just take the sawzall and make doors that way.
Yeah, we have one.
Yeah, it's good to look behind the wall first, though.
Oh yeah,
Well,
for sure.
We
Yeah.
don't have to worry. We don't have to worry about that because they built the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, so they already know there's nothing behind it.
Well, I remember I live in a garage,
Yeah.
and we redone the whole big three and a half car garage, which we did only 2 bays, and now we're going into the 3rd bay, and we're going to add where I can go into there
Okay.
as well. So now we need a door for me to be able to get from the 2nd to the 3rd bay,
Mhm.
and
Ah.
be able to do things in there.
So you'll be able
So-
to escape now without going through the house.
Well, I have a front door and a back door.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
You should have that anyway.
Oh, Iron Man's putting the coffee on.
Uh huh. Dang. They start early.
I'm still drinking coffee too. But I slept all day, man. I had like an all day nap. Poor Vanessa messaged me at some point. All I heard was my phone dinging and my one eye open. And I was like trying to type with one hand and one eye. And I don't even,
Was
I think,
was she chatting with you at the mod chat?
no, a private
Oh.
message she
Oh,
sent me, I
oh.
think. Yeah. And the mod chat too. But I have notifications turned off for the mod chat. I just check them like a lot during the day. Just because fuck, sometimes that thing gets going so much, man. It's like ding, 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 ding.
Tell me about it. And at one
That's why I'm
time it
not.
was
That's not why I'm not. That's one of the reasons why I'm not involved in it.
mine
I
was
just
going off quite a bit, and at one time it was all Jet doing it.
well, that's why I was doing it. I was like, hey guys, check this out. Look at this gift. What do you think of that? You know? I like bugging Muggsy in there though, because he won't say shit back. So I'm waiting for the time he says something back that I know I got him. I was like, got you, motherfucker. I download his pictures that he posts in there. He don't post no more pictures, man. Muggsy's good shit.
He really don't say much when he comes on panel.
No, he hasn't. I noticed that lately.
Unless he's good and stoned.
Yeah. I took that one plant off there this morning, Jimmy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All the hairs have turned red. I'm gonna turn it into hash anyway, so
Yeah, it's killing me to keep looking at mine.
well, here's what I do. Just like a little tip that was given to me years ago is when you think it's ready and you're gonna take it off, give it another week. And I started doing that. And you know what? A couple times I was like, yeah, I'm glad I did that. And then the same dude one time was like, hey, just cut all the tops of that, let just the top, so leave the satellites on, and then all those satellites, they'll fill the fuck out just like those tops will, right? And it's like, okay.
You think?
Yeah, started doing that. Helps. There's one plant I got left though. It's a fucking white widow, and it's beautiful, man. It's doing really good. Probably a couple of weeks left on it. I'll probably like do another, outdoor report or whatever instead of the grow show. But we got hunting season coming up here in a couple of weeks, so I want to get a deer on the ground. That's gonna take a lot of my time right there, getting my first deer of the season on the ground. Because I'm fortunate enough to hunt my own property pretty much, right? Like it's not my property, but it's my property, if I could say it like that. And
well, it's the property you hunt.
well, I'm the land steward for all the farms that we farm, right? Like and they're like family. They're my family, like they're not.
It may not be your house, but it's your home.
I don't live there. I live in town here. The main farms, I could shoot an arrow at my tree stand and probably get pretty close from my backyard, from my front door, it's a 3-minute drive from my front door to my tree stand, And yeah, we're out in the boonies here, man. But I get that first deer down and take a day or so break. But I'm lucky enough to have that private property and be the land steward of it. And Norma's my grandma anyways. I've called her grandma for fucking years. Years and years. She was my grade 2 teacher, for fuck's sakes. You know what I mean? Like, I'm family, and I tell people I have full control over that property if I want it or need it. You know what I mean? I have full say over it or a say over it as well, type thing. I can kick people out of there. I can invite people. I can, all that stuff. And I'm very fortunate for that, because it's just nice to be able to wake up in the morning, get in the truck, just go out there and park and not have to worry about other fucking people. Which happens because come shotgun season, we get fucking idiots, trying to do the loophole with the creek, right? Because anything beside the creek's public property for 10 yards.
Mm.
And they try to access it through our fucking land. Right. So instead of like walking up from the bridge or something, it's like, why are you
Yeah.
fucking driving onto our land and fucking going down there and then walking to the bridge? You know what I mean? Like,
Uh-huh.
come on, I can see why. I know why you're doing it, but quit being a fucking asshole and come up and ask next time. It's like, how many tree stands did you steal? You know what I mean?
Uh,
I had one go missing last year, Jimmy.
oh yeah.
Yeah. 15-foot onset ladder stand. We gotta get out there and do some coyote hunting.
We had when we lived on a farm back in the woods, you could see where the deer would lay
Yeah.
in the woods. And this guy came up to the house and asked my dad, "Can I go back into your woods and deer hunt?" And he says, "Absolutely not." So he takes off and goes down to the neighbor, the old guy that we farmed his acreage to.
Yeah.
And so my dad gets on we always called him Grandpa because he was old. And when he said, "Hey, Grandpa," he goes, there's a guy just wanted to come on my farm to deer hunt. He goes, "Yeah, he's pulling in now." So he went up there and asked him, "Oh yeah, you can go back. I don't have any woods, but you can go back and do it." Well, while he was doing it, he released his bulls that he had. And then he also called my dad, said, "Release your bulls. We know
Yeah.
exactly what he's going to do."
Yeah.
And they released the bulls on both. So no matter which way he would be stuck trying to hide.
Not getting in the bush.
So he ended up getting out, but we had to go back there and, hey, he was on our property.
Yeah.
We told you no. That's how my dad.
I fucking hate
handled it.
people like that, man. Fucking hate people like
Well,
that.
the thing is like my dad said, if I was hungry, I would have shot it myself.
Mm-hmm.
But we had enough food. We don't need that deer.
We let people hunt sometimes, though. We don't let people hunt the bow season because I'm hunting the bow season. But as far as shotgun goes, sometimes
it's not like we had a whole bunch of them back there, but you could just tell where they had laid. And we have seen them when we would go back into the fields and into the woods, and we would see them scurrying around, and they had a little baby one.
Yeah.
Well, you can't shoot. And
You can shoot them, but I don't like to.
Well, we couldn't shoot the babies. No. But it also needed its mama to survive too.
If it still has spots, yes.
Yes, it did. It was little.
And if you ever come across a deer in the wild, leave it alone unless its ear tips are wilted. If the tips of its ears are wilted, that means it's dehydrated and it needs
I'll have
help.
to say I don't really know much about deer hunting because that's one thing I can say I really don't know
that's a
much
tip
about.
for everybody who's out in the woods. The best thing when fawns are born, they were born 100% without odor, with no scent whatsoever. It's the only defense mechanism a fawn has, and that's why the mother stays away from it a lot. But if you come across one in the wild, it's best to leave it alone and not touch it because of that reason. Because if you touch it, you're going to put your scent on it, and that's going to attract predators, right? But the main thing to look at with a fawn, if you want to tell if it needs help or not, you look at the tips of its ears. A hydrated fawn that's being taken care of will have solid ears. It will have a perfect outline around the ear tip. If it's dehydrated and abandoned by the mother and not being fed, those ear tips will shrivel up and it'll be all crinkly and stuff like that. So if you see a fawn like that, you know it needs help and it's best to help it in that situation. But if its
I know.
ears are normal, just leave it alone.
Well, I know, and actually, believe it or not, my dad did say don't feed it.
Yeah.
But it also, we had a creek back in the woods as well that ran through, so they could drink all they wanted back there.
Mhm.
And then there was food and stuff back, they could eat that. So it's not like they stayed a real long time, but every so often we'd see them.
There's what the fuck Mike coming in. You can shoot
Yep.
any of them if you can consider them a nuisance animal
Yeah,
as a farmer.
we can do the
Well,
same
we
here.
didn't think that it was. They didn't really come up to the house
No.
to
We can do
the,
the same here, Mike, but we have to get what's called a farmer's hunting license, which allows us to shoot a deer at any time of year if it's on our crop. But the problem with that is we can't harvest the animal. That animal has to stay where it lies, like where you shoot it. It has to go back to nature.
of course, back in the great big woods that we had, if my dad would have shot the deer, nobody would have noticed anyway.
Yeah.
It would have been cleaned and put in the freezer, and nobody would have known.
Mm-hmm. A few of my native friends, they can hunt all year round because they're native, but they don't hunt all year round.
Of course, I would imagine way back when that was happening, back in the late 60s, early 70s, there's different laws.
Oh, for sure there was. Yeah.
You
There's a
know.
lot more types of animals back then too. Like Jimmy says, man, back then they pulling nets full of fucking fish out of rivers and
Yeah.
shooting hundreds of geese and ducks out of the sky at a time with punt guns. And yeah, man, that's why we had the rules and regulations we have today to properly manage them, right? Because we took so
Yep.
much of it back then. Like
Yep.
even here in Ontario, man, our eastern wild turkeys were depleted. We hunted them to extinction. We had to go to the States and trap wild turkeys with net guns, and they brought them up here and released them into the wild in that 1980. And since then, the program has come to a 2-season program where there's two
Yeah.
seasons a year, one in the spring and one in the fall. It's been very, very successful.
Yeah, same with our turkeys here. We had
Yeah.
no turkeys.
Yeah.
They tried to reinstate them back in the 70s. That didn't work, and then they did it again in the 80s, and now we have 2 seasons a year. You know? We can get 2 birds a year. We
Yeah.
used to only be able to get one in the spring, one in the fall. Now you can grab them both. You can grab them both in the spring if you want, or both in the
Oh.
fall if you want.
Well, here we're allowed 3
Yeah.
birds a year, but only one in the spring. Or no, 2 in the spring, 1 in the fall.
Yeah, we're we only get the 2, but
Yeah. And in the fall, it's either or. It's either a hen or a tom, and
Yeah.
we get what we choose.
Is Mike coming up? Is
He's
Mike
welcome to. You can come up if you want. Just
I'll
chilling.
send them a link if you want. Right?
Yeah, man. I'm probably gonna stay on until about 2:30 or so. You know, when I say that, I end up staying on longer, so I'll
Till
start
4:30
saying
or
it for
so.
2:30.
Uh-huh.
Depends
Just
on
kind
what
of like Lone
happens.
Star? Come up, and then I'm only going to be on for 15 minutes. He tells me and
Yeah.
Wolfie that a couple of times. I'm
Well, you
only
got
going to be on
11?
here 15 minutes, and here he is on for an hour and a half more.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that's how it goes. The vortex
Yeah.
keeps you,
Right on, Mike. Hot Rod in the house. Right on. Still got Iron Man too. Hell yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's a good looking chat right there.
Did Iron Man get the coffee
It's too
made?
late for Mike.
All right,
Oh.
Mikey. It's too late for Michael Torres.
Yeah. He can't play with the big boys and the big girl.
Cheers and years.
So you gonna make any more snap videos? Like
Oh,
Rib?
sooner or later.
Yeah.
I've been playing in the yard a lot.
Did you get a new yard toy?
No, no, no. Let's just say Con has been around a lot.
With a little boy?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep. I got a couple things down out there though, so it ain't been a horrible
they were.
summer.
I heard that you had put out some video, but I've never got a notification that you'd had them. I'm gonna have to go check them out. Check.
What? Well, you saw the video of the kid, right?
No, that's. I heard you talking about it, and I'm thinking I didn't even see that. I never got a notification or anything.
Um,
Maybe I'll get
all
it 3
right.
days later.
Well, yeah, just go.
That's what happened to me. I got the notification the next day.
Yeah.
But usually when I wake up, I just sit here and I drink my morning coffee, watching YouTube and stuff, just one video after the other in my subscription feed.
Yeah.
So I seen it
Uh,
before I got the notification.
I know I have
Mm.
cigarettes here somewhere. There.
Oh, I'm also hearing that 420 Grow Tent channel. I know he's been wondering why he gets his notifications late sometimes. I've been hearing that if you do a preview, like a heads up, you know how he gives
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
a preview for
Yeah.
waiting.
Yeah.
If you give one of those, I heard it won't give a notification. So I don't know how that works. I don't know if that's true or not, but it made sense to me.
Yeah, it doesn't give a notification when you actually fire it up. I
Yeah.
can see that.
Because it already gave the notification, right? For
Right.
the waiting thing.
Yeah. I don't know. Freaking, I'll see when.
What if you
But
don't
I
get
don't do
the?
those things.
What if you don't get a notification of the notification?
Of the notification? You don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just go reconnect, unsub, and reconnect.
I haven't had moose in so many years, Iron Man, I can't even remember what it tastes like.
Right.
Venison.
I've
I
only
like
been
venison.
privileged with that once. But
Oh, I like buffalo.
yeah.
Hmm.
Have
you had it more than once?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Actually, we had people that raised some buffalo.
Hmm.
My grandfather used to go buy it. Tastes like beef to me.
Like the elk batter?
I don't think I've had it.
I ain't had no elk.
I
But
don't
I
think
like
I've had it.
caribou. I like caribou better than freaking moose.
I don't think I've had that either. And I say I don't think I've had it because, like I'm
Yeah.
sure you know, you never know what's been put on your plate when you're young.
Right. I understand. Not to your knowledge or your
Right.
recollection. I'm with you.
I used to eat escargot with my dad, but I didn't know what it was until I was later, and I just can't eat it anymore.
Well, me and my grandfather used to eat pickled speak sweet. I didn't know what they were.
Oh yeah, and and I liked them.
Fucking head cheese
I loved them.
sandwiches.
I don't. Oh, I've had head cheese,
Me and
souse.
my
You know what souse is?
I think so.
No.
It almost looks like a gel.
Yeah,
It's like the
pig.
stuff,
It's pig brains. It's rendered pig brains.
Yeah.
right? With the souse, they
Okay.
call it souse here, and you could cut it into slices.
I'm not sure, Iron Man. I know there is a zoo up here. There's a zoo on the back road over there. Fuck, I'm always almost hitting peacocks and everything over that way. Those peacocks, they've migrated their way all the way up here this way. Fuck, you just be driving down the highway. There's a fucking peacock fully fanned out right on the side of the fucking road. It's like, what the fuck? When do we get a peacock season? Apparently, they're very good to eat.
You like ostrich?
Yes, Mike, head cheese is like, it's all the fucking scrap cut meats, plus like heart and liver and kidneys, and it's all encased into a loaf of this gel that's made out of,
Yeah,
well, it's
that's-
gelatin that's made out of fucking
Right.
pig
That's what
brain.
souse is here. They call
Yeah.
it souse here.
Yeah, so it's all those cuts mixed into the sauce and made into a loaf. So they'll have like the gelatin made out of the brain, and then they'll have like the
This-
chunks of kidney and liver and, you know, belly fat and all that kind of shit throughout it. Like it looks like clear jello with chunks of meat in it, man. It's, ugh. I used to eat enough of that shit though.
My dad used to eat it. Oh, he loved it. And then I tried it. I wasn't. We'd eat it, but I wasn't a big fan of it. And when I got older, I said, never again will I eat it. I used to be able to go to the farmer's market and get it.
Same with haggis. They used to try and make haggis sometimes, the Amish people here.
Mm.
Man, that's just cooked blood with minced meat and spices in it, man. It's pretty fucking nasty shit. I can't eat it. Oh, fuck. The Amish here, though, they have some good fucking food, so I will say that. You ain't never had an apple pie until you've had an Amish apple pie.
I've had an Amish apple pie.
I've had it too.
They
Kinda,
are
I'll
so
take
good.
my New England farm stand apple pie.
I'm not big
Probably
on
pretty
apple pie
similar.
anyway.
I don't know what it is about their cinnamon, or if they get any different kind of cinnamon that I don't know what it is, but something about,
It's the way they grind the cinnamon
oh my
sticks.
Or the
lord.
fact that they probably use more in real cinnamon.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. Real cinnamon. Like Kathy says, they got to grind that shit themselves, right? They just don't buy it in a bottle. I almost hit one there a couple months ago. He was checking his mail, and instead of looking, you know, across the highway before he crossed, he closes his mail, but he must have got a letter from some girlfriend in Pennsylvania or something. He was so excited, didn't even look, ran across the fucking highway right in front of me. I'm doing like 50 mile an hour, dude, and this fucker just runs out in front of me. Almost smoked him. Dude had like a white beard down to his knees and shit. Burger cheese sandwiches. Yeah.
Oh, I love Limburger cheese. I used to not like it when I was younger, but I always liked it years later. You know, if you get past the smell, you got it licked. But it does taste good.
Ugh. Cream cheese, that herb and garlic cream cheese, that stuff's pretty stinky too.
Really?
Yeah. Those crave meals, you guys ever seen those crave meals, or like a little microwave dinner? They got this one
Yeah.
that's like
Ugh.
pulled pork and spicy sweet potatoes. It's actually pretty good. But holy fuck, will it ever make your belly rumble, man? I tell you what. You'll become gastrointestinal really quick with that fucking thing.
I'm with him. Fried liver and onions. Blech.
Oh, I like fried liver and onions.
Oh, I can't stand it.
With green peppers. Oh man.
Hated it when my stepmom would cook that for herself.
Ugh.
Like,
don't-
way to clear the house out, right? Like, everybody would take off and go hide.
Ugh.
From
Yo,
the smell.
Blueface.
My grandma used to fry it in bacon grease to make and give it a flavor and put bacon with it to give it a better, different flavor.
Right.
And it actually did smell better.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, I'll try it. Oh God, no. So she said, at least taste it. I tasted. I said, no, Grandma, I can't have it. I can't stand it.
Yeah, I
I
can't.
didn't have to
the
eat
smell.
it. Yeah, that's it. And all these years later, still can't eat liver. It's
Well,
disgusting.
you're just smelling the blood, right? You're smelling the blood cook out of it. And it's that really tainted metal
tasted-
smell.
But I
Yeah.
tasted it. I still.
Yeah, it's nasty.
I can eat it, but I don't like cooking it.
It's the filter. It's like the filter of the body. It's gross.
It's really
Stuff
good
that
for
goes-
dogs.
I like
and stuff, though.
chicken gizzards. Now, if anything's a filter,
Well, they're super tiny though.
Usually a cow liver, though, when you get beef liver, it's usually going to be from a calf, right? So it's really not that.
we've
bad.
had it from the steers.
Did you?
Oh yeah,
I like to get the little tiny ones, the calf livers. Those are.
I would
fucking
not.
good.
We didn't really butcher our calves. We let them grow up and cut their nuts off and let them get a little bit older and then butcher them.
Yeah, I don't like haggis, Mike. I can't do it, man. Blood pudding I can't do any of that stuff. I've tried to
Had
before, but
Yeah. Had blood sausage before. Ugh.
I don't mind blood sausage. I haven't had it in years, but as a kid, I didn't mind it. I know that. They used to fry it up in medallions.
Yeah.
nice and crispy,
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
exactly.
With there's some kind of a roux with it and freaking onions and yeah, I enjoyed it.
I got a buddy on YouTube here named Muskie Hans. And that guy does a catch and cook anything. Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
I know Muskie.
Seen that guy do minnows, fucking all kinds of shit. What did he do that fucking one time that was super gross? I can't remember, but I remember it was like, are you fucking seriously doing that, Hans? But yeah, he'll just sucker fish, fucking minnows, everything. He does a catch and cook, fucking minnows.
Yeah.
It was grasshoppers the last time. He did grasshopper catch and cook. Thinking,
Why not?
yeah, covered them in chocolate. I love watching his videos. They're very pure videos. They remind me of how YouTube used to be.
Mm.
We went fishing up at Lake Erie the one time and I caught a carp. We don't keep the carp. We throw them back in.
Yeah, same here.
And so I was taking the carp off the hook. And I have this couple comes by, ma'am. And I said, yeah, here's two Oriental people. And I'm like, she says, what are you going to do with that fish? I said, I'm going to throw it back in. We'll take it. And I said, okay, I'll give it to them if that's what they want. And here she gave me this burrito that she had in her hand. I don't know how long she had been carrying it around. So I took the burrito. I told her no, but she said yes. So I said, okay. So I figured I don't want to insult her. So I took the burrito and they left. As soon as they got out of sight, that shit went right to the garbage.
Use the burrito for more fish food, for fish bait.
Yeah. They love that oily
You
shit for sure.
You could have put that shit on a hook and freaking got the big guy.
Well, we had our stringer full anyway.
I hear you.
Old WD-40, man. People never understood why I had a can of that in my tackle box. Well, you know why?
Making
My
it different now
granddad
than they
did.
used to.
That's some cheating ass shit right there.
Yeah, we used to do it.
Yeah.
Spray a little WD-40 on your lure. Hell yeah, man. They
Then when
fucking
you throw
fish
it out
on
in the water, you see the water kind of turn color because
Yeah.
Mhm.
the oil slick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it'll stay like that, man. We used to down rig like 80 feet
Yeah.
down.
What does it do to the water?
Nowadays, the game
Not that
wardens
it's
will
made out
take
of
a
fish
picture of
oils.
you spraying it.
Well, they're not allowed to do that in some places anymore.
You're
Really?
not allowed to do that
Yeah.
at all.
No,
WD-40's
it's
made out
because
of
it's not.
fish.
It's probably because it's made different now than it used to be.
It could be made
Well, no,
different now.
it's
I
just
know
the
they make
fact that
different kinds of it, but
you're putting oil into the fucking water.
well, it's natural oil though. I know there's that the original WD-40s made out of fish
Just say
oils.
get some rotten liver because
Oh,
we
maybe
take the
that's why they
liver,
love it.
chicken liver, and set it out in the sun, let it stink, take it to the fish, and then we'd put it on the hooks and we'd
Yeah.
throw it in, and we'd get a bunch of fish that way.
Yeah, I
Right,
think you're
Mike,
right when
huge
you say
fan.
that, Jimmy. That's probably why they like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Enough is fish
I don't know
oil.
why they like it. They just like it. And I did it because my granddad did it, and I never figured it out till
Yeah.
years later. I thought it was for his fishing reel or something, right? No, it was to
Well,
spray on his
maybe because
fishing
they
lures.
changed it. I don't know. Maybe they changed it.
They changed the laws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they changed the laws, but I don't know. Did they change the whole how they
No,
make it?
no,
Oh,
WD-40 is still WD-40.
Yeah, the original stuff is, but you can get all kinds of different WD-40s now. They make a whole fucking kit of different WD-40s that will work on any spot
Well,
of
then
your
you know the
tractor.
WD-40. If everybody wanted to use it for fishing, they ought to have just a WD-40.
Well, it's a
Fishing.
secret. It's kind of a secret till somebody
Yeah, it's
tells
called
on
fish
it. Right?
oil, I guess. Huh?
Yeah. Be good to run into some ginseng again, even though it's illegal up here to harvest it. But I just like looking
My
at it,
sister,
taking
my
pictures of
sister
it.
can get it in Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
in the mountains where they travel, but they can go into the woods and stuff. There's that stuff there.
Yeah, you can't
The
harvest
ginseng.
ginseng up here either.
And yeah, she said it's against the law. She told me it was against the law. She goes, but
Oh, it's an old myth. There you go. There
but
you
they
go,
can't.
Mike. No fish
but-
oil.
People hide in those woods to get away from the police, and the
Yeah.
police just wait for them to come out, get caught, because they're not going to go in there.
You got to know how to come out the other side where the police aren't.
Yeah. Yeah. My her husband's sister was in the woods for a couple of years. She was wanted by the police, Pennsylvania police, and she was in the woods for a couple of years in the mountains.
Yeah.
She
But you
come
get
out.
caught.
She got caught.
Mhm.
She thought she probably thought, well, just this once I'll be able to
Yeah.
go
Came out
visit.
for a cheeseburger. And,
Well, she went to actually go to visit my sister and her husband.
oh.
She never got to my sister and her husband and her brother, and she got caught.
It is a myth, but it's also a myth that it contains silicone, kerosene, water, wax, graphite, or chlorofluorocarbons. It doesn't. WD-40 does not contain any CFCs.
I have no idea what it was in it. Never tried to
I
figure
don't
it
know.
out.
That's
All I
cool.
know is formula number 40.
Yeah.
That was their 40th attempt. And it worked.
The only thing that's toxic in WD-40 is carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide because it's an aerosol.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Well,
pretty cool. I didn't know that.
I wonder how many
Uh,
really do use that. I know I understand if it's in the little ponds and lakes and stuff like that, small ones. But we got Lake Erie here. You'd have to ruin the Lake Erie. How many people would have to spray WD-40 on their lines to ruin that whole lake, the whole big Lake
well,
Erie?
it's parts per million without a doubt. But
I think you could probably dump a fucking barrel of WD-40 in a pond and the plant life will still live.
Hmm.
You know,
I don't know.
maybe a small lake, the fish will still live. If it's not, they just said it's not toxic, right?
Yeah.
So, like, if you dump the liquid, is it, you know, like, it's not an aerosol anymore, right? Hey,
How
CJ,
many of us ate the WD-40 fish that
I've
we
eaten
caught?
so much of that
Yeah.
fucking
And
WD-40 alone, working on vehicles and whatnot, trying to get nuts off and fuck.
Oh,
I couldn't tell you how much
Mm.
WD-40 I ate as a kid working on my bicycle, for fuck's sakes. I have no clue who invented it, Mike. I
Yeah.
didn't see that part.
I saw it, but I don't remember. What are you
Never
doing,
looked into
CJ?
He says he's at
I'm
work.
working. Oh, all
where
right.
does he work at?
He's a factory man. Forget what he
Oh.
does, but he's a factory boy. I think
He
pushes
works
a
at
broom.
Goodyear. He makes tires.
Right, there you go. Works in a tire factory.
A teaspoon will ruin
I
a whole
always, I
submarine
always,
drinking supply.
You
once
know,
upon a
so
time, I
he's
dreaded
gonna
a
spit.
factory job. You know, the mine drain. You go in, you do the same thing day after day after day. Now I'd fucking so enjoy something like that.
Yeah,
How much water is in a submarine?
I'm pretty sure they filter it through the ocean and filter the salt water and store it. It's probably the most, like, probably makes sense.
Teaspoon will drink the submarine drinking supply.
But there
So
is a
this-
lot of other stuff out there that you can use. You don't even need to do the
It's what?
WD-40.
It's the carbon dioxide that stays in the water, or monoxide. What one stays in
Yeah.
the water?
Well, I think they both can stay in the water, can they not?
Which
Or
one? Which
does
one's gonna? I don't know. Yeah, we got that, CJ.
he's saying at the 40th attempt, he says.
Yeah, exactly.
But they do have a whole lineup of products, WD-40, and some of that shit's pretty good. I like to use Crown myself. Like, I spray my truck
I
and
buy whatever's in the fucking store.
yeah, Crown's pretty good,
Yeah.
man.
If
I
all
don't
they
think
got
they
is
make
gunk,
anything better than Crown.
you know, if all they got is gunk, I'm getting gunk. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
We gotta undercoat our cars up here though in the winter time, otherwise they'll just rot the fuck out. So we use that fucking Crown undercoating. Some people use the WD-40 undercoating too, though. You know,
Dude, you could just spray the under with freaking
still dripless.
WD-40 would help without a doubt.
Oh, it would
You
for
know?
sure help. But unlike undercoating by Crown,
Mhm.
a Crown won't burn off your exhaust and shit like that, right? Like it can, you can spray it on your exhaust and you're not gonna smoke down the road, so to speak.
Dude, the rednecks up here just use gear,
Yeah.
chain oil.
They're just smoking down the road sometimes. Yeah.
They know
Well,
your
it
chain
works.
oil. They know your chain oil with a little bit of kerosene so you can run it through your sprayer.
Yeah.
Freaking kerosene dries out, fucking, and you got an oil covered vehicle. I'm a tire sorter at Goodyear. There you go, man.
Oh, so he sorts tires. He doesn't make them. Right on. Do you
Hmm.
like your job, CJ?
What do? Do you stack them? You stack them, freaking according to size. How many machines you working with? Couldn't imagine. Tire sorter. They don't come down the line in the same sizes.
5,600 gallons.
You know. What? 50? Oh, wow. 1 teaspoon will ruin 5,600 gallons. And you know, Mike just looked this up. So, yeah.
Yeah,
You still drink it though.
the Googler.
You'd have some good shits. Right on, CJ. That's good.
Right.
They don't get. I hope he don't get into that laughing fit that he does online at work.
Oh,
I
I'm
bet
sure
you he couldn't be able to sort a tire one.
I'm sure he's done it.
Oh yeah. Cause you
It's
get
good.
him going. You get him
CJ, are
going.
you, yeah, right. CJ, are you under the influence at work?
My brother works for Tiger Cat. They make forestry equipment. He gets like $40 an hour. That guy.
Oh,
Does he
Okay.
take his bong to work?
No, he sits there and watches a robot weld all day.
No, I'm talking about
Oh,
CJ.
CJ.
CJ, do you
Wouldn't
take your
surprise
bong
me.
to work?
Yeah.
Oh, they come on a conveyor belt. Yeah.
Tires come on a convert.
Yeah, conveyor belt is what he's trying to
Right.
say, I think.
Right. Yeah. Smoke
When,
that bong.
when you pick up a tire, CJ, does it go, oh?
No, you're not high. All right.
I was gonna go and sort some tires, but then I got high. My name is CJ and my
Does he ride a
my
bike to work or how does he get to work?
He drives.
Oh, he drives.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they let him drive.
I think he's got a little Ford Fiesta or something like that.
Yeah.
Little tiny
Does it,
clown
He
car.
reacted
does
the
it have
same way
good
I did.
tires on it, CJ, on your car?
He
You're
has a
not driving around on a 50-mile tire, are you?
Goodyears are okay, aren't they? Until they fly off.
Pretty much.
I use those Arctic cloths by Cooper's. They're not bad. Got me out of some pretty nasty situations in the wintertime, I tell you.
Anyway, I'm going to bed, man.
All right. Good
I
night.
can barely fucking keep my eyes open.
Good night, Jimmy. You have a good night.
Yeah. Enjoy. Night, Kathy, Jules,
See you, McRib.
everybody. Bye.
Peace.
Peace. Leave now.
Yeah.
Well, you did say you're going to close down at 2:30 anyway.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Thinking about it. Thinking about it. Yeah. Well, those announcements went a lot better than I thought they were going to go.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
I think everything's going to turn out okay. Turn out good. Man, I can't believe deer season's here already. Like the 1st of October, man, opening day. You still awake, Jules? Jules passed out. Ooh. So what are you doing tomorrow, Kathy?
Oh, probably just gonna work on my crafting and I do.
Mm,
Get some things done before Wednesday. Mike said he's gonna do some winter camping
Nice.
and try out some tents.
No shit. I have one of those too, CJ.
An Amber alert.
Santa Fe. Oh, hello, Lady C.
We have an Amber alert
Uh-oh.
in
Get
Cleveland,
those Saints
Ohio.
boots. Yeah.
What's that? They come. Oh, no. Oh, he drives the Hyundai Santa
How
Fe.
you doing, Lady C? The link's in the mod chat if you want to come up for a few minutes. Probably gonna shut her down at around 2:30 or so.
Is she in my chat?
I think so, yeah. I know. How's your shoulder? Slow down a bit. Uh-oh. Jules must have someone must have woke up.
Oh, her man.
So, yeah. Next week we will have Malarkey report start back up again, so be ready, guys. See what we can do.
I don't know if I'll be ready.
See what you can do. I'm gonna try and put something together. I gotta go check my tree stands anyways, because we had tornadoes here like 3-4 days ago. And I gotta go make sure the trees my tree stands are in aren't tipped over. All the big trees got broke off. All the tops. Da, 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 da. Oh, what a fucking day. Have a good night, CJ. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and probably shut it down. Might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta
Yeah.
fucking
Time
go.
for bed.
I'm like dead tired. And I still gotta do dishes and everything yet. Fuck.
You didn't get your chores done.
No, I fucking
Yeah.
slept all day because I was up all night.
Well,
It's a busy day yesterday.
I'm up all night all the time. I should lay down. The doctor told me I should take more time to rest my body. But I
Got up
just
at 11:30 yesterday and then stayed up till 11:30 today. It's pretty tired.
I take my little kitty naps.
Yeah, right now, Kathy has kitty naps. Look at the little girl. Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl?
Well, we had different people coming in and out.
Yeah, it was good tonight. It's gonna grow. Right on, right on. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna shut her down. It's 2:30 anyways. We slow right down. And I'm fucking nodding off. So
Yeah.
thank you everyone for joining tonight. Thank you, Kathy, for joining. Really appreciate it. And thank you to everyone else who joined the panel as well. Thank you to the viewers. You guys freaking
Used to
rock
be on
big
panel
time.
much anymore.
Mm-hmm. And, get ready next week because we're starting our Malarkey report back up again, guys. So everyone have a good night, and I will see y'all tomorrow wherever I see you. So
All
until
right.
next time, good night, Jules.
Good night,
Good night,
Jules.
Kathy. And good night,
Good
Chet.
night. Good night, Jet. Jet, Jet, Jet.
Peace.